You got it locked on Roadium Radio.
Hey Tony, drop that. What, please? I bet. Dr. Dre in the place to be. Co-rockin' shit with my homeboy Steve. After Roadium, get stupid dumb. Yo, don't think that you can get none of Dre. The motherfucking doctor, the bitch hopper, the sucker motherfucking stopper. I'm fucked up, so don't mind what I'm saying. I'm just kicking it, but Steve, Tony, A, and Susan, yo, we be choosing dope shit to put in a mix. Know what I'm saying? We kick shit like and that's a fact. And if your shit ain't in the mix, you know it's whack. And that ain't no bullshit. I'm kicking facts on a serious tip. Word up, Dr. Dre's in full effect doing serious damage, boy.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 177. And I just got a few minor announcements that I want to make before I introduce the legend in the building. Once again, Mr. D's video premiere will be shown on July 7th here live on Roadium Radio. So once again, mark that in your calendar. Mr. D, the introduction of Mr. D, produced by me, directed by me, his first video. You guys won't be disappointed. With that being said, once again, people are submitting your music, and I'm thankful for that. I've been going through a lot of emails. July is going to be a very, very busy schedule for Roadium Radio. I'm going to try to squeeze in so many interviews. I'm going to keep you guys entertained. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But I'm booking a lot of artists. So if you're an artist out there and you want to get booked, submit your music to roadiumradio@gmail.com. Submit also videos if you have them, and a short bio. I would greatly appreciate that. I may have to move Freaky Tales from this Friday to next Friday. I just have a lot on my schedule. My team is very helpful, but also my team is very small. We just have a lot of filming going on. I have a podcast, another podcast that I'm going to be on tomorrow, and I just want to give a quick shout out to the incredible Javier. I will be on his podcast tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So make sure you guys tune in to the incredible Javier podcast tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I'm going to be his guest. I wanted to give him a shout out. Also want to give a shout out to Jen from Fashion Town for the dope hat, for the dope shirt. Much love, much respect, Jen from Fashion Town. And other than that, if you're not watching playoff basketball, you're sitting here with us here live on Roadium Radio. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce you know what? When it comes to this, my next guest, I'm just kind of speechless because there's so many titles that I can give him, but I'll just say that this man is a legend. So without further ado, Spice One. How you doing, my brother?
What's up, her? What's popping with it?
You know, I could have said the East Bay gangster, the legend, the GOAT. I could have said all of that. But you know what? I just wanted to get started, and you share your story, man. So anyways, I see you wearing the Warriors jersey, so I take it that's your team.
All day, man. You know, that's the games I was going to when I was a kid. You know, I would go to the what was it? It wasn't called the Oracle. It was the Coliseum.
Right.
Go to the Coliseum and watch the Warriors lose, and root for them and keep saying "Let's go Warriors." And you know, until what we got till 2016 when we started tearing shit up.
Tearing shit up, bro. Tearing shit up. Okay, now today we have what is it? Atlanta Hawks playing. Who are they playing today? I forgot who they're playing.
The
Bucks.
Yeah,
the Bucks.
Giannis.
Okay, then you got Clippers playing Phoenix. Who do you think we're gonna see in the championship?
Man, I think, that the Phoenix Cats. What's the dude name? They say the next he gonna be the next Kobe. Devin Booker, and you gotta watch out for him. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna be Giannis and Devin Booker. It's gonna be between them.
So the Bucks and Arizona.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the Bucks and Arizona.
Okay, okay. Now, if I may bother you, can you please speak a little bit closer to the mic?
Oh, yeah, let me get back. Yeah, I think it's going to be the Bucks in Arizona. Because, but I heard, this might be a little off the subject, but I heard, with Giannis, he used to want to play soccer or something, or
yeah.
And then somebody told him, like, no, dude, you need to play. Yes, that was cool. Like, that's one of my favorite players, even though he's not on the Warriors.
Right,
that's still one of my favorite players. I'm a basketball fan. Even though the Warriors my favorite team, I still like different players on other
Exactly.
teams.
It's kind of like everybody was a Jordan fan.
Yeah, it definitely. I got so much Jordan, so many pairs of Jordans and Jordan jerseys and Pippen too,
Okay. If I had to twist your arm and ask you who's going to win the championship between Bucks and Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, or, Phoenix, who would you say if you had to guess?
Man, I don't know. I'll probably say Giannis.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'll probably say them Bucks, man. They look a little serious. It's gonna be a good one though. It should be, but you know how they be going. They're unpredictable.
Exactly.
It should be a good playoff. Everybody should watch this. This should be the business.
Clippers, Paul George missed those 2 free throws yesterday, and he gave up that game. I think they should have won that game.
That's what that was. Them 2 damn free throws, man. Like that, you can miss 1 point, a steal, any little thing could cost you the whole game. Like crazy.
Right. You a football guy?
A little bit. I'm a Raiders fan.
Okay.
I grew up on the east side of the Bay Area, so all of my teams are the Raiders, the A's, and the Warriors.
The A's.
Those are the games I went to when I was a kid. And the teams I rooted for. So I just grew up being loyal to them teams, win or lose.
So, man. Now I know you drove a little from a ways. How was your drive coming over here, man? Did you catch a lot of that LA traffic?
A little bit. We caught a little bit. Seen a few wrecks. People in California can't drive and shit. Don't see it.
That's the truth.
As long as we see no bodies on the freeway, we straight. But come on, y'all. You got to be a little bit more courteous out there on that freeway, man. I know everybody trying to get everywhere, but you don't need to be going 55 in the fast lane. You got to go 80 in the fast lane.
Exactly. That's good, man. I'm glad you're here. We have a lot to talk about. I know it's going to be impossible to cover the body of work that you've done pretty much your whole career in a span of within 2 hours, but we're going to try to get to it. I love to get the people questions in. I have a lot of questions that a lot of fans have submitted and have asked me, can you ask them this about first, second, third album especially, Okay. But other than that, where originally are you from? I know the answers, but I'm asking from a fan's perspective.
Well, I was born in Texas, in Bryan, Texas. A&M College Station. I moved to Oakland before I was 1 year old. I was in Oakland, and we moved from Oakland to San Francisco. Then we moved from San Francisco to Hayward. So it's like I was, I'm like Bay Area raised from day one. As far as elementary schools and all of that stuff, that's where I went to school at in the Bay Area. So Hayward, California. Was the same place Oscar Grant was from, Palmacia Village, condos, Southside Hayward.
Dope. I had a friend that called me from, I want to say...
West Side Hayward, my bad.
Yeah. He just called me from up north. I'm trying to remember the name of the city, but he was like, dude, please tell him I'm a huge fan. We grew up. Raza has like mad love for him out here. And I'm like, it's just not out there. It's everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Raza has a lot of love for you. I had a buddy from Colorado that called me today. Oh my God, you're going to have Spice One. He's huge out here. Yeah. So I just wanted to throw that out there that Raza has a lot of love for you, man.
Man, that definitely goes both ways. Everybody know that know me well. Everybody know my nickname is Chico. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We've been rocking from day one. You know what I'm saying? The black and the brown. Where I'm from out in the Bay Area, we all rock together. You know what I'm saying? Ain't never really been no beef between everybody, nothing. And we went to school. My best friends. We all walked to school together. Black and brown, you know what I'm saying? If we was gonna ride, you'll see us all in the car together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
2 black dudes, two Mexicans riding in the car, getting it in, you know what I'm saying? But so I would never know I knew nothing but love for my brown brothers from day one. You know what I'm saying? So for what that's worth, you know what I'm saying. I just want to say, what's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Blah blah to all my Razas, man.
Hell yeah, that's dope, man. Now let me ask you this, because I usually like to ask the artist this question to find out what it was that formed possibly their sound, their style of music. Growing up with your mother, your father, or whoever might have raised you. What type of music was played in your home as you were a child?
Well, it was a lot of it was a lot of Teddy Pendergrass and Al Green, and but they for some reason, my parents, they would listen to a lot of like Richard Pryor and like Richard Pryor stand up tapes and Fred Red Fox and they would listen to a lot of that stuff and then tell us not to listen to it, but we'll be sticking our head outside the door like listening to Richard Pryor and Red Fox, listening to all of that even Rudy Ray Moore movies and stuff like that. They was into a lot of that, but the music, they would listen to a lot of Al Green and a lot of Rick James and Prince and Michael Jackson, back in the early 80s.
Yeah. It's funny. My favorite skit that Richard Pryor did, and I remember the first time I heard Richard Pryor, the skit was called Wino Meets Dracula. That was Wino meets, hey man, you picking in the people's windows, and I memorized everything of it, But Alex, do me a favor. Can you open up that door, because it does get hot in here, bro. It does get hot in here. But now let me ask you this: growing up, in Hayward, did you play any instruments growing up?
I dibbled and dabbled on the keyboard a little bit, to where I can at least maybe make my own beats, or if I knew a tune I wanted my music to sound like, and I can actually play it on the keyboard or whatever. But that was about it. My daughter, on the other hand, like, man, she's 24. Her name is Needy Lyric. Check her Instagram out or whatever, man. Okay. She plays the guitar, the keyboard. She sings. She raps. She's beautiful. Her birthday the same day mine is. She's like a female version of me. So y'all stay tuned. Look out for Needy Lyric.
Like just truly gifted, talented.
Yeah, I didn't teach her none of that shit. She did all that shit on her own.
Wow. Yeah. Who was or what was your first experience or memory of when you first heard rap? I was in 6th grade. My first song that I heard was Rapper's Delight. How were you introduced to rap?
I think it was okay. I heard Rapper's Delight, but I liked it but I think it was more like that Planet Rock,
Africa Bambaataa.
Yeah, that's what really because I used to pop and break dance and stuff. So I got into that. I started listening to them first.
Okay.
And when I seen Ice-T and breaking on the stage, I was like, okay, I want to do that.
Yeah. So I seen an interview where you pretty much said, I was hip hop, meaning that you did a lot of the elements of hip hop, which was DJing, rapping, graffitiing, popping, breakdancing, or whatnot.
Yeah. So like, if you put two turntables in front of me with a mixer, I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I know how to crossfade. You know what I'm saying? I might know how to do a little graffiti here and there. You know what I'm saying? Because I dibble and dabble in everything. It's like I am hip hop. I feel like because I was going through all of the different things to do in hip hop, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So I ended up writing some rhymes or whatever, and people started they started liking them, and I gained an audience. I gained a little fan base even in high school. Yeah. So I was like, well, I probably need to go this way because I already got a fan base. Right.
So in high school is pretty much where you started to put the pencil to the pad and started pretty much writing lyrics, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember Short used to come pick me up from school. it was just the whole thing was just crazy because, you know, the movie that I'm planning on writing, the Spice One movie. You know, it's so many crazy moments in this movie. Like, it's like, you know, 1 minute Too Short picking me up from the studio. Next minute I'm opening up for NWA. You know, next minute I'm signing to a major deal, or I got the hottest song in the country, and I'm still independent. Then we drop the album and we go 900,000 with me on there by myself and no features. No features. And you know, the whole thing was like a dream. Yeah. You know, it's like, every artist who dreamed of being a rap artist is like the blueprint dream to everything. Like, even the first time I landed in New York City, I get greeted within 5 to 10 minutes of being in New York City. The first time I go there, I get greeted by Run DMC, like not on accident, on purpose. Like, they came to greet me when I landed. Wow. And, you know, the whole thing, everything was just crazy. It was all like a dream, you know what I'm saying? Right. Me sitting up there telling the NWA, you know, I'm gonna be the hottest shit, you know what I'm saying? and Ice Cube looking at me saying, this little nigga crazy, to seeing him years later and I got my own platinum plaques, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. The whole thing is like a dream, a good dream. And, you know, the bitter come with the sweet, you know, because you got the haters and, you know what I'm saying? Of course. At the same time, you can't have love without hate. You know, can't have right without left, or up without down. You know, and that's a good point you made. You can't have love without hate. That's true. It's very, very true. You know, you said something that's very important to me, because this is something that I've been pretty much sharing here on this platform, and I hope that we somewhat get back to it, because I believe that rappers back then who didn't have any features, you know, like what you said, I didn't have no features. Somebody told me this. The reason why a lot of these rappers today have all these features on their album, he said, is because they cannot pull their own weight. He says, so they have all these features that makes it look like a compilation instead of an album. Yeah. How true is that? I think it's really true. It's very true, because, you know, I'm like an artist with I have an artist appetite. Like, you know, I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, no matter how much you feed me, how many beats you feed me, I'm still gonna be hungry. Right. I'm a machine. You know what I'm saying? It's done got worse now. You know, it's like a phobia, man. I keep telling the homies I got the Bruce Leroy glow. You know what I'm saying? Show enough can't stop me right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, I ain't been writing nothing down. You know what I'm saying? I just been getting up there, just saying what I say, and the songs that I'm gonna show you, like, you know, later on, and I'm gonna tell you I was freestyling. You like, hell no. But it's been fun, you know. It's been, you know, I've been rapping since I was 16, so it's about that time, you know. I'm like Neo right now. I feel like I'm Neo. Like, Neo, yeah. Remember when it was fight at the end? He was just blocking the punches and shit with no problem. Right. I go out, get on the mic right now with the Bruce Leroy glow. So I don't know what it is. But that second wind is kicking in. So whatever I kick out now, y'all pay attention, because I'm on one. Yes, that's dope. That's dope. Now let me ask you this: do you remember the very first time you recorded, they played back, and you heard yourself? Yeah. Now let me ask you this: you spit, okay, stop, play back, listen. Tell me, what do you think? Did you like it? Yeah, I liked it. I was like, you know. I listened to my voice and I knew I didn't sound like anyone. Like, damn, you know, my voice is distinctive. You know, I don't sound like nobody else. You know, like, play it back and let me do some ad libs over it, or double it, and, you know, have some fun with it. But I definitely liked it because it sounded different from everybody else. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question that I think it's a fun question. Name me your top 5. It doesn't matter from what era. Your top 5 East Coast albums or East Coast groups. It could be either or. It could be albums, or it could be the group. Man. Or the rapper, it doesn't matter. I say, man, my biggest influences and I listened to the most would probably be BDP and KRS.
Hell yeah.
Like I was like stuck on that, dude. BDP was like my life, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And you know, definitely Run DMC and LL, you know, because you know when they was at they prime, and when they primed them do some hard cats. You know, I take a Muscle Bell man and put his face in the sand. You know, that was so hard for somebody. I'm bad. You know, I was listening to LL back in the day. That was like the hardest shit you could. You know,
yes.
And LL when I'm the king of I'm the king of rock. All of that. You know, that was like, you know, hot to me. So it would be BDP, LL, Run DMC, definitely Rakim with his flows, because you know nobody had that flow like him. Nobody had that flow. We wouldn't, to all the artists out here, wouldn't none of y'all know what a flow was if Rakim didn't hit the scene. So y'all definitely pay homage to Rakim. Like, don't count that dude out no matter what, how old he get. Man, he will eat y'all asses up out there. Don't count that dude out.
Give me one more. That was 4.
I say fifth would probably be man, Busta Rhymes, dude.
Okay, Busta Rhymes. Now, before we go to the West, I need to ask you, if you had to choose between one artist, Nas or Rakim, who do you choose?
It would probably be Rakim for me.
Yeah.
Right.
All the Roadium Radio fans know that for me, and I've said this plenty of times, to me the epitome of hip hop is KRS and Rakim.
Yeah, man, like straight up. Like KRS is a beast, man. If you look up beast in the dictionary, KRS one picture probably gonna show up. Like that dude is scary, man. Him and Rakim, dude. Like,
yeah,
I would like to see them do a versus.
yes, that would be dope.
That'll be hot right there.
Now on the West Coast, top 5 groups or albums?
Well, my top 5 group will probably be NWA, like the first one, like, you know, because they just branched off so many different angles and different, you know, they got tentacles everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? Each one, you know, when they split up as a group, you had to rock with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like you either had to be rocking with Easy, you had to be rocking with Trey, or you had to be rocking with Cube. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? But you know, definitely NWA, the first group. And you know, as far as artists, I say Spice One. Like, yeah, that dude,
I heard of that guy.
That dude was like, you know, savage. And you know, who we got? Corrupt and Daz, my favorite duo. You know, as far as is two dudes spitting, you know, doing their thing together. Like, man, that was my favorite. That whole album, all they songs, I played all of them, bang them hard. You know, and then I would say, let me see,
take your time, unless you want another Hennessy refill.
It's so many dudes that I know, you know, that spit that people ain't really paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? Like Crooked Eye, you know what I'm saying? Like they be sleeping on Crooked Eye and J.O. Felony, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Them cats is vicious on that mic, man. They like, hey, you know, damn, it's just so many cats out here that got flows that, because I'm in the mix, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We all in the mix kicking it.
All right.
So definitely Crooked Eye and J.O. Felony, you know what I'm saying? Like those are two dudes even to watch out for, you know what I'm saying?
Now, this next question is probably a no-brainer, but I have to ask. You have Biggie, double CD, Life After Death, if I'm correct, that's the name of the album. Mm-hmm. Then you had Pac, All Eyes on Me album, double CD. If you had to choose one,
it would definitely be All Eyes on Me. You know, no bias towards coast to coast, East Coast or the West Coast. Mm-hmm. But All Eyes on Me was it just a West Coast anthem, and it was kind of like it represented what I've been through and where we from, and things that go down out here on the West, because the East Coast, always got their props, always. But it was always hard for the West to get our props out here. Always. And so every time when it's an opportunity for us to snatch them props up, then I'm definitely gonna snatch them props up. Because All Eyes on Me was just like the shit, straight up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I like Biggie's album too. That would definitely be number 2. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm glad you brought that up, because this will give a lot of this younger generation an idea of what we were going through when you said props. Because back then, I interviewed a guy named Soren Baker here. So much love to Soren Baker from Unique Access. He said that he used to work for the Source magazine, and he said that many times West Coast acts were just blowing and selling mad units. Right. Outselling a lot of the East Coast cats, but they were still putting East Coast cats on the Source magazine cover. So he finally asked the guy that he was working for, and he said, look, is this a hip hop magazine or is this a East Coast magazine? Yeah. And he said, well, this is a hip hop magazine. He goes, okay, why are you guys continuously putting just East Coast artists? Now, we had to go through that because back then they called that like the Bible of hip hop or the Bible of rap. That's what we looked at for. Remember, Unsigned Hype? Source magazine, yeah.
Source magazine. Now, back then,
you had to get on the cover of that. That was like getting on World Star and shit.
Yes. And back then, West Coast never got any love in the East Coast. Yeah. And that's what he was saying. He was just saying we never got any love. So I understand when you say, if I'm gonna get props, I'm gonna get them now. Yeah. Because back then there was never any love shown towards us.
Well, because I think they were lyricists. They had a lot of bias in their lyrical. Whatever they thought about. Yeah. They would be like, if he can't spit, that nigga can't rap. Fuck that fool. You know what I'm saying? If he don't have no lyrics and he ain't saying nothing, and I took heed to that. Yeah. I was like, I had people on my team who was OGs who was coaching me and telling me certain things like like take your English classes seriously. Right. Learn predicates and nouns and verbs and learn this stuff and syllables and because if you don't know your syllables, it's gonna be hard for you to even flow. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really pay attention. I studied rap and in styles and flows like Bruce Lee studied Kung Fu, like in that shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? And so by the time I got to New York, I was greeted by DJs who would say remarks like, it's the universal rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like I see Chuck Chill Out or Red Alert, and they like, man, Spice, it's a universal rapper. This like you like one of the only ones coming from the West that spit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and and I knew that. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, I still get on stage and I rock stage with no music. I mean, we was at the House of Blues years back. Ice-T music cut off. So he knew I was sitting there at the bar. Shout out to Ice. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ice-T. That's my OG. Love you, my nigga. He just knew. He was like, go get Spice. The music cut off. And I seen like, some dudes come out with some syndicate jackets and they like, Spice, Ice wanna holler at you. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, I'm about to tear this shit down. Soon as they said Ice wanna holler at you, the back of my mind said I'm about to tear this shit down. Like I'm about to tear this shit down, dude. And I was like, okay. So I followed, his dudes, Ice dudes back to the stage. Ice, he was like, man, my music cut off. I was like, shit, give me the mic. Let me turn this motherfucker. So, I got out there and, didn't nobody even know I was there. It was at the House Blues in Hollywood. Nobody even knew I was there. I was sitting at the bar drinking some hen, nobody even know I was there. But when I touched that mic, it was over. I did my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hey, shout out to the homie Ice, and man, we spit. That's my whole thing. I gotta spit. I gotta be let loose. You know what I'm saying? I'm the Kraken in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The West Coast Kraken in this bitch. Spice One is the West Coast Kraken. Y'all let me loose. Let me loose.
That's dope, man. That's dope. You know what? Now let me ask you this. If you can give me 3 groups that you seen perform and you said, fuck, these guys are on a whole different other level, or this was a memorable night. Do you have any? I'm sure you do.
Man, you know who got a hell of a show, dude?
Who's that?
Tech Nine.
Tech Nine.
That dude's show, like, even when I'm in my late 20s, early 30s, I'm spitting. I'm rolling up with the script, leaving the door, what up, Mr. Boss Leader? I don't know, I gotta be smoking up. I'm spitting on the mic, screaming this shit out. You know what I'm saying? And Tech gets up there and, man, them fools got like a show, dude. They like, they dancing and hitting moves and pop, man. I was like, I want to watch the show. I'm like, I'm on. And then, he see me out there and he like, Spice One in the building. And I'm like, hell yeah, that's how you supposed to turn that shit out, fool. That's when somebody got a good show, and he gets me fired up. Like, Tech Nine has a hell of a show,
Dope.
And, Ice Cube still, his show is still, off the hook. He still do his thing,
Yes.
We OGs, and we out there getting the workout. Ice Cube still do his thing, and I would definitely go watch his show. And I like when I do shows with Cube, and I like to get out there and stand on the stage or go stand in the front and watch it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still a fan. And is another. Definitely, I gotta say Snoop. Like, I can't leave Snoop out the equation.
Right.
When he get to doing his shows, even the whole West Side, West Side Connection, Snoop and Cube, when they all in Tech Nine, like, those are shows that you want to go to. You want to see that.
Dope. And also Spice One.
Definitely Spice One, because I'm going to tear the shit down.
All good. Check this out. We're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break, and we're going to come right back.
For sure.
Okay? So once again, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, let them know that Spice One is in the motherfucking building. We'll be back. Don't fuck around. Make sure you let somebody know that we're in the building. We'll be back. You'll call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
Tony A, chillin' at the Roadium with my homeboy Steve. Be on the lookout for our new 12-inch, the shit is dope. Yo, I like to say what's up to my homeboy Dre, my homeboy Prince of Jazz, and the girls with the big ol' ass. So Trip, I'm about to bust one more time to let y'all niggas know just what's on my mind.
In the morning, police at my door. Fresh to be this week across my bathroom floor. Out my back window, I make my escape. Didn't even get a chance to grab my old school tape. Mad with no music, but happy cause free. And the street to a player is the place to be. Got a knot in my pocket weighing at least a gram.
Hey Tony, drop that.
What bass? I bet.
My name is the Croft, the C-R-A-W-F-O-R-D, the poet high C. Tony A, the wizard, just as cool as a visit. Picking out his tongue, stabbing pussy like a lizard. Ooh, so sorry, homie, I didn't mean to say that. Steve is in the house, come on, won't you play that funky dope beat? You know you gotta throw me some Stanley ass Croft coming straight from the Roadium.
You are now about to witness Tony A.
Get funky. Tell them where you from.
You don't think I'm living, well, fuck you.
On Saturday night in LA, yo, feeling kinda fancy.
Stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. What the hell are you looking for? Can a young man make money anymore? Wear my jeans and like freaking on the floor? Or is it my job to make sure I'm poor? Disruption, disorder, who nourish, not justify. Those that live at the FBI, look at mama's baby.
And welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 171. And we're going to go ahead and cut the bullshit and just jump right back into it with Spice One,
Blah, blah.
the East Bay legend. Now, you know what? A lot of people that maybe have never met you probably don't know this about you, but you're a big dude, man. And with that being said, has anybody ever tried to look up on you, like at a show and like, yo, what's up, man? Where you from, homie?
Nah, you know what? Because I think they be seeing me and wish a motherfucker would mode. I think they can like sense the wish a motherfucker would coming out of me.
Right.
So you know, it's crazy. Like, but you know, shit, it's cool too. You know, shit. You know, I be joking with my you know my kids and all my friends sometimes, and I come with this you know this old school mafia accent. I'll be like, I'm a nice fucking guy, huh? I'm a fucking nice guy. I might be big, you know, I might be, you know, Chico or whatever, big dude, but I'm a nice fucking guy, eh? You know what I'm saying? It take a lot to fucking piss me off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't, you know, it take a lot to, you know, to make me mad enough to do something. You know, I'm a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? My birthday next month. I'm a cool Cancer. So usually, and all my friends know, they like, you know,
Right.
Spice mad at you? Spice is mad at you? Like, what the fuck did you do? Like, you had it take a lot to piss that dude off, so what did you do? You know?
Right.
So, you know, I'm a nice dude, you know, shit.
So now let me ask you this. As far as like when you say you're a nice guy, you get along with everyone, nobody's ever tried to push up on you. Obviously, you've had a nice long career. Your birthday's you said next month? Mm-hmm. Okay. How old are you going to be?
I'll be 51.
51. Now, do you feel like, damn, I'm 50 years old. I'm 51 years old. Does that ever weigh heavy on you?
Yeah, well, yeah, it does, because it's a lot of my friends passing away. You know, natural deaths or what you call it, health issues from doing things back in the day that they weren't supposed to be doing. Right. Or whatever, you know, and we all did things that we wasn't supposed to do back in the day, you know, and we still, you know, I mean, right. Shit, our surgeries from being shot and everything, you know, there was a lot of health issues when you get older and your friends start passing away and you start wondering, you know, are you gonna be the next to go or the person, the homie next to you gonna be the next to go, or so yeah, definitely.
Okay, you know, when you first started rapping, were you always Spice One, or did you have another name you used to roll by?
I was MC Spice at first. I was MC Spice, and until I just got so into KRS-One, and he said, you know, you put the one on the, if you put a one on the end of your name, then you automatically the first one. So I was like, yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna put one on the end of Spice One because that'll make me the first Spice. Yeah. So, you know, all the other Spices, y'all cool. and y'all cool, and I like your music, but I'm Spice One. You know what I'm saying?
What inspired Spice?
The streets, the streets, man. You know, I felt that we needed a voice. Yes. You know, because you know, you walk outside, you see these dudes standing outside on your block, and they're like, oh, you know, them motherfuckers are. You know, they automatically think they're drug dealers or those guys are bad. You know what I'm saying? And we, you know, I can say, you know, we needed a voice. Like we ain't all bad. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't out there just to hurt nobody. We was out there to make money. So you know, we can't make money and be warring at the same time. So the last thing a real soldier wants is war, man. We just standing out there trying to get money. We already dodging the police. You know what I'm saying? Right. From selling the stuff that they put out here for us to sell anyway. Right. You know, everybody know what dude said in New Jack City. Ain't no Uzis made in LA. You know, with nobody flying across from. You didn't see no black dude hopping no plane and fly from Cuba to Cali and drop some birds off. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was out here. It was out here. Like we out here just, you know, indulging in the same shit everybody else is. Exactly. So, you know, but I felt we needed a voice as far as the dudes on the block. You know what I'm saying? Me and my homies, we need somebody to speak for us. And I felt like, you know, shit, if they gonna listen to my rhymes, then I'm gonna speak up. I'm gonna speak for us in my rhymes, in my music. Yeah. You know. Now, when your first debut album dropped, Spice One, self-titled, Spice One, were you surprised that it took off, that it went through the roof? Yeah, I was. It took me a while to even to adjust to fans and signing autographs and shit. Right. I know, because I figured, you know, it was so many people hating on my craft. Before I was successful, you know, I was still caught up in that. Like, you know, I know you're not making jokes about me, you know, they ask you for an autograph, and I'll be like, you know, fuck you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you talking about? You know, they'll be like, no, I really want an autograph. Right. And so it took me a while to adjust. You know what I'm saying? And your name Spice, how did that come about? It was this homie. It was OG. His name was Spicy Mike. Okay. And you know, he used to let me drive his car all the time and shit. He used to let me drive his car to the store, and you know, we would be at the party at the house party at the high school. You know, all the high school kids. And he'd let me. You know, he used to always say, you know, if you can get her, I'll let you take my car. Right. So, you know, it was just, you know, he was like an OG, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of looked up to him, and he ended up, you know, doing some time or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Spicy Mike. And he ended up doing some time, and he's probably still in there now. But, you know, I just took his name and put a one on the end of it and started rocking with it, and, you know, and that's how, you know, I took it from there. First time they give you the mic and you did a show, nervous? Nah, I was more pissed off. Like I had something to say. Oh, okay. Wow. You know, like I wanted everybody to hear what I had to say so bad. Like nervous, like was so far from what I felt. I was like, you know, I'm finna let these motherfuckers know. You know, it was like, you know, these motherfuckers need to know, you know, how we get down, you know, where I'm from and shit. You know what I'm saying? They think, you know, they think this or they think that. All of the negative thoughts they think about me and my homies, I'm gonna set everything straight tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, I always liked it to turn a crowd who didn't know who I was, or a crowd who had never heard of me, into a crowd who loved me. You know what I'm saying? Like, by the time I walk off the stage, y'all all gonna love me and be looking for my music. You know what I'm saying? And that was my goal. Right. Okay. You know what? I was looking at your first album, because I'm looking here at my notes. Okay, so people thinking I'm just trying to go through Instagram, so I'm looking at my notes, because I'm looking at your song titles. You had 14 songs, if I'm correct, on your first album. Yeah.
Okay, 14 songs. Okay, obviously the one that stands out to me the most, the one that after that CD was offered to me, and I said, no, I want to buy it, when I was sharing that story with you off camera about that mall out in Oakland. And
East My Mall, yeah.
Yes. Welcome to the Ghetto. Okay, let's talk about that one. What were you saying? Obviously, I heard the song and I know, but if you can share with the fans, what was your message through that song?
It was basically saying, you know, like we all live here, and you know, if you knew when you coming here, then you know what to expect, and don't be surprised. Like, welcome to the ghetto. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much,
like,
okay.
You here now with us, and you know you out here, and if you're not from here, you ain't supposed to be here, then don't come here. It's not really nowhere you want to hang out. You know, some people hit me up sometime and they're like, you know, we in the Bay, we in Oakland, man, and we want to know where to go kick it at. Kick it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You want to kick it? Like, I'm not feeling. I don't think, you know, it ain't too many places to kick it in Oakland. Like, you can go to Jack London Square or something, you know what I'm saying, and hang out for a minute. Might be a few clubs, you know, but you know, if you want to dodge the bullets, then you know you probably want to go somewhere like maybe San Jose, maybe,
right?
You know, go on the outskirts, go to Frisco, to the down, you know, to the city, and hit the strip clubs up and stuff like that, but. We don't have no strip clubs in the east side of the Bay Area. Ain't no strip clubs in Oakland. You know, it's pimps and hoes, man. You
That's
know
it.
What I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no fucking hangout and shit. Like,
you know, it's funny. I got a couple of like white buddies, and I'm not trying to pick on them, but I got a funny story to share. They're from the East Coast. I'm not going to say where they're from because I hope they're not listening. But they hit me up one day, and they're like, hey, me and my college buddies, you know, we're going to roll down there, and we want you to show us around Compton. And nah, dude. You guys want me to cruise Compton like if it's Disneyland. I'm not a tour guide, bro. Like, you don't want to go there. Well, why not? We want to know where NWA used to live.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, nah, we're good, bro. You guys got to twist it on me. Stay over there.
Stay your ass over there, man.
Don't come over here. You know, well, we want to take a Compton picture. And I'm like, no, just buy the NWA CD and you'll be good, you know. But
you know that it was a bio done. What was it? And I was talking about my mom and stuff on the bio. Anyway, it was they were doing the interview, and they was like, you know, take us to where where you be at, where you used to kick it at. And I'm like, you know, I don't know if I want to take y'all
right.
And, you know what I'm saying? You know, our homie like, you know, no, let's take them and shit. Fuck it, okay, you know, let's go. So we go to North Richmond, you know what I'm saying? And you know, we like, man, let's just go get some burgers and shit, you know what I'm saying? So we go get some hamburgers, and you know, we start hearing automatic gunfire and shit. You know, it's cats getting down, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, and they ain't just target practice food. It's somebody over there laid out right now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and they like, you know, should we move? Should we go? And they ducking and, you know, because they get shots. And I'm like, you know, we all standing still, you know, we ain't tripping because we run this shit. We know they ain't shooting over here. They know better than that. Right. They know, you know, we over here, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but it's just like, it's hard to tell people, like, man, it ain't cool to kick it out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could really catch a bad one, you know what I'm saying? By meaning catch a bad one, like, you catch a stray bullets. They don't have no names. The trigger got no heart, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just stand out here and expect, like, to live happily, you know. Niggas out here tripping, you know what I'm saying?
You know, and I'm glad you said it. You said, you know, they're ducking, dodging, and hiding, and then you guys are just standing there because, like you said, they're not shooting over here. You know the streets.
Yeah.
Okay, you know the streets. I went filming one time, and we went in some hood, and I knew it was kind of bad, but I called them my homies that live in that hood and said, hey, we're going to be on this street. You guys mind coming out and chilling with us? Oh, yeah, cool, whatever. So we went, but my cameraman was this white dude. He heard, cat. He literally dove stomach first. He stole stomach first, and we're looking around like, But like we heard it, they were over there. It's nothing new. And he was like, I can't believe you brought me here. I can't believe you did this to me. They're shooting at us. They're not shooting. Get the fuck up, man.
He's like, get your ass up, man.
He literally dove stomach first, and then all this happened because of you. And fuck, bro. But it's just some people you just can't take them to the hood. You just can't.
Yeah, they ain't used to that, and and it's cool. I like I got more respect for the dude who would say, man, I don't get down like this. I ain't no gangster. I got respect for that fool. Like, okay, he let us know he don't get down like that.
Right.
So if something happened and he don't do nothing, then we can't be mad at him because he said he wasn't like that. But if you walking around talking all this shit like you the big and bad, and some shit go down and you got your tail tucked between your legs and shit, then hey, you know what I'm saying, we really ain't trying to kick it with you.
Right,
you probably snitch on us or something. We can't kick it with you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's rules out here in these streets, and if you don't go by them, then you will be a victim, dude. You'll be a victim of the bullshit.
Yes. Let's go through your track listing from your first album, and I'm gonna ask you if one of them pops up. Please share the story. I know there's one that I specifically want to ask you about, but the first one is In My Neighborhood. If anything pops out, share it. If not, I'm going to go to the second one, and I want you to tell me how this song came about. 187 Proof.
187 Proof is really a mysterious song because it's the song that made me Spice One. It made me famous, made people turn their heads, raise their eyebrows. They wouldn't have known about Spice One if it wasn't for 187 Proof, and 187 Proof came from a dream. Like, I was dreaming when I wrote this. So sue me if I go too fast.
Prince right here listening to you.
Prince right here. You hear me, homie? You hear me? Prince hear me right now, because a lot of artists say a lot of songs, they hit songs come from dreams. Even Michael Jackson, Prince, But this particular song, 187 Proof, happened to be the song. One night I prayed to be a rap artist. This is way before I was famous. I prayed to be a rap artist. I went to sleep and I started dreaming that this dude was in the street and he was playing. He had his car door open. He was playing a song really loud, and he was bobbing his head, and I was like, so I was like, what? I said, hey, I walked over to the car and I said, hey man, what are you playing? Like, what's that you playing? And he said, Spice One. This is the new shit, and this is a dream before I'm famous. And so I'm like, something said, stick your head in the car and see what song made you famous. Like a voice said in the back of my head, stick your head in the car and see what song made you famous. So I did just that. I stuck my head in the car to see what song made me famous, and I heard myself say, E had the 9 and J the AK. And then I just woke up, mysteriously just woke up, and I'm thinking, like, who the fuck is E and who the fuck is J? Who is E and J? And I had to think about it a few times, and then I started thinking, E and J, that's alcohol. And then I said, what if they sold dope on Hennessy Street? And I started laughing to myself for a minute, and then I picked up the pen and the pad, and I went to work, with the whole idea of the song and making the alcohol sound like people, and telling a story about the alcohol that sounded like people, and I got it done and said it to a few people. And, they was staring at me in disbelief, like, you wrote that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, after a while, I went and recorded it. And I learned this on the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Give them a taste of her. Just give them a little taste first. Just pass it. Don't sell it to them. Just give it to them first.
Right.
And then they're going to go tell everybody else what they got from you. So I learned that in the street. So I started giving out my tapes and CDs of the song 187 Proof, and it just, like, man, it was maybe a week or two later, a month later, an independent label picked me up, Triad Records, and we released it along with a few more singles, a few more songs, and independently through Triad Records. and that's when you went to the store and seen the blue CD when I had the A's beanie on, and that's when we released that independent, and it like I used to just go in that record store and sit down and watch people just buy the whole albums, all of them off the shelf, all of the tapes, all of the CDs there, just go buy them all, and they'll all be gone in one day every time I go there, and you know, that's why that's like my favorite song, and if it wasn't for that song, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you. So you bring back so much like nostalgic memories. You said I would go and see people buy my CD. See, and when I say this, I don't say this to pick on this generation, but I say it to say that we had a feeling that today this generation will probably never feel. For an example, walk into a store, we have no more record stores. You know, if they are, they're mom and pops. Okay, very few. Okay, because nobody buys vinyl. There are some people, but it's not like it was selling like wildfire back then. Right.
Okay, you got to actually witness somebody. Hey, you got that new Spice one?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah,
it was the coolest part about selling your CDs out of the store was that you know they would wait till like 12 midnight. Yes. And then they'll release it at 12 midnight. And then you had this long line outside the store at 12 midnight, and everybody be out there waiting for your CD release. And you will be there, and it'll drop, and then you got all of these people there, and then you there till like from 12 midnight to like 12 in the afternoon, signing autographs, kicking and taking pictures, you know, going outside, smoking blunts with fools, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. For hours. And I would do that every time I released an album, and it would bring me closer to my fans. I actually shook my fans' hands and passed, you know, gave them my CD or you know, it's nothing like now, you know, it's all digital, you know what I'm saying? Digital. But that's why, you know, I think you create a stronger fan base when you actually meet your fans straight up, hand to hand, chop it up with them, you know what I'm saying? Find out if you are able to be around people that admire you and be able to act in a certain manner and control yourself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, you still gotta act like a boss and be mobbed up. Even when you got all of these fans around, you can't lose your cool. You got to have your poker face on. You can't let them see you sweat. You just got to be cool. You know, hey, man, you know what's up? Chop it up, shake some hands, you know what I'm saying? Kiss some babies, you know, pass out some CDs, you know, smoke some bud, chop it up with the homies, because these are people that's supporting you, and if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be shit.
Thank you.
Like, straight up, you know, so I love my fans. Shout out to all my fans, you know what I'm saying, been listening to me for years. You know, we still got a long way to go. You know, we still rocking. Y'all stay tuned, shit.
Yeah, you just got your second win, man.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
And I'm glad you said that, because I've said that many times. Some people have gotten offended. Some people, you know, are just like you. We appreciate the fans because, look, if it wasn't for them, nobody would be watching. You know, nobody would be buying.
Yeah,
we wouldn't be doing shows. Yeah. We always have to remember the fans and thank them. That's why when people come up to me, and I know, like you said, you had to get used to signing autographs. Yeah. You know, I feel goofy as fuck. I was trying to talk people out of an autograph. Like, are you sure? I'm just a guy from the neighborhood. Like,
yeah, like,
you know,
gotta be joking for real. Like, yeah, it took a minute.
Yeah, I remember when they said, "Can I take a picture with you?" I remember I said, "Why?"
Yeah, like, what are you taking pictures with me for? Like, you know, even when I went to Seattle for the first time, it was like my first show out of town, and you know, I had put my heat in my bag. I had my Glock in my bag, and I was just waiting for anything to jump off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so we get to Seattle, and you know, I mean, man, it's like 500 people in the parking lot when we get there. Like, and that was a lot of people for that little mom and pop store to be in the parking lot.
Right.
And we drove the van in the middle of the parking lot, and you know, my manager, he's like, you know, you don't believe that these people are here to see you? You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, these motherfuckers ain't here to see. These motherfuckers don't know me and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, fuck these niggas. They don't know me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on one. You know what I'm saying? Like, first motherfucker say something, I'm shooting. I will catch a case out in this bitch. First motherfucker say something is catching some slugs in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So you know I'm on the fence, and until you know my man, he I guess he figured out. He's like, man, I gotta calm the nigga down. You know what I'm saying? So he stopped the van and he got outside the van and he said he stuck his head out the window and he said who are you guys here to see? And everybody was like, we here to see Spice One, like the whole fucking parking lot. You know what I'm saying? It was like, we here to see Spice One and shit. And then I heard somebody say, is he in there? Right? And then my manager was like, yeah, he in here. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess we was kind of late and they thought we wasn't going to show up. Right. And so he was like, yeah, he's in here. So, you know, the whole van just like started rocking. They like, hey, what's up, fool? You know, I heard all the love outside. You know what I'm saying? And then I started thinking, you know, man, you don't know them niggas and shit. And then something said, well, see if they got some weed. Think they got some Hennessy out there? Fuck it, open the goddamn door. So I opened the door and I was like, man, do anybody got some weed? Man, I couldn't even get that shit out. Like I just got rushed. We got weed, we got Drake, nigga, what's up? You know, so, you know, then that's when I kind of realized, like, okay, all right, my bad. Y'all know who the fuck I am and shit. I won't ever doubt it again. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I started rocking with my fans. You know
That's dope. That's dope. Man, that must have been an awesome feeling, man.
Crazy as hell. Because, you know, especially when the van started rocking, I was like, they got love. They some damn fool. Open the fucking door.
I remember me and High C, we did a show out in the Bay. And this little club, the line was going around. And I'll be real with you. We were headlining that show. We were Lighter Shade of Brown. We were a couple of other groups. Yeah. And I was thinking, like what you thought, they're not here. They're not here to see us. Yeah. They're not here. There's no...
It'd be hard to believe.
Yeah, there's no fucking way. And you know what? And I love that story because to me, it's a humbling story because today you got a lot of guys that, let's be honest, they're fucking assholes and they think they're the shit because they got 100K on social media. You know? Yeah, so.
It's like you can't never, you know, maybe I was hard-headed. I kind of had to learn the hard way. You know, I didn't listen to a lot of motherfuckers and shit, and maybe they will too. It's just very, is upsetting to know that they're not gonna take your advice when you fucking tell them don't jump off the goddamn cliff and ain't no water over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Dude, I jumped off that cliff and ain't no fucking water over there. I'm lucky I survived. Like, don't do that.
And you know what they'll say? You're an old guy. What do you know?
What do you know? You're like, okay, well, fucking jump off the cliff then, man. You know, that's all on you, dude. It's your shit. You know what I'm saying? You on the fucking learn a lesson the hard way. Go ahead. I learned the hard way too. Fuck it, you know.
Exactly.
But if you want to excel faster than the average, then you would take my fucking advice, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you some real shit. So you know, it's all about. This is a mental game too. It's mostly mental. You know, that's why I'm still in here rocking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't physical. You know, you can't say, oh, he getting old. He can't. I can see you saying, oh, he can't jump as far as he used to. Or he can't run as fast as he used to. But he can't think as fast as he used to. You get smarter when you get older.
Yes. Yes. So,
you know, and these, you know, especially when you know you got less time ahead of you than you covered, you know.
Yes.
So some of the realest shit is gonna come out your mouth.
Exactly.
You know, in these days and times, and you know, so you know, like I say, y'all stay tuned to shit. You know, we gonna be spending some real shit out here. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear some real shit? Hey, listen to Spice One in his 50s. You're gonna hear some real motherfucking shit. Because I ain't got nothing to lose in this motherfucker.
Exactly. You've been winning so far anyway, so you got nothing to lose. So before we go to break, I just want to touch on some things. Well, let me just, I may just extend the break. Let me just go over a couple of more songs from your first album. So when we come back, I want to ask you some other questions, especially about Tupac. Okay. But number 3, East Bay Gangster. Okay. If anything jumps out, please elaborate on it. Money Gone.
East Bay Gangster.
Okay.
the reggae.
Yes.
It was a reason why I was doing reggae. I found out I was, you know, I got Kingston, Jamaican roots in my blood. You know, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? I had to find that out. But, you know, everybody kept on asking me the whole time, you Jamaican? Are you from the islands? And, you know, you really do that? You know, I'm like, nah, you know, I'm from the Bay. You know, I'm from Hayward and shit. I'm from Oakland, man, Hayward, California, shit. I'm not Jamaican and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I am, you know, I come from Kingston, you know what I'm saying? So I was wondering, like, why you do that? That's probably why I was doing it. It was like, you know, some shit just in my veins. And so I started saying the shit. And
right. So,
you know, I think I'm the only one of the artists coming from out the Bay Area doing reggae shit. My reggae name is officially Fire Thief. So you will be hearing the album from Fire Thief coming soon. So stay
Fire
tuned.
Thief, that's dope. That's dope. Okay, now the next one, Money Gone, 1-800-SPICE, Peace to My Nine. I won't say the word. Young Ninja.
Yeah.
Okay. We went over to the ghetto. Welcome to the ghetto.
Money Gone. Money Gone is the stutter rap. Like,
okay.
That was Tupac, one of Tupac's favorite songs. Like when I met him, that's all he was singing. Capping him in his brain, you know, with his nah, that's the shit, nigga. So, you know, he always wanted me to spit the money rap every time I see the stutter rap. Every time I seen him, he wanted to sing, you know, spit that money gone shit, you know. So I embedded that whole shit into my style. So now when you hear, you know, you got the Spice One flow, it's like no other. You got me stuttering in the middle of my flows and shit and doing reggae, and you know, you got a lot of different essentials in the mix when I'm spitting. You don't know what you're gonna get, and that's where the name comes from. It's different varieties of flavors within the whole flow. You know, I might switch my flow up right in the middle of this shit, and you might not know it until you hear the end of the verse. And you might want to rewind like that nigga just flips the whole fucking flow up in a minute. You know, so this is what I do. You know, I do this shit because I don't want to cheat my audience. I want to do some shit that they can't do. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what they paying me. That's why they buy my music, because I'm doing shit that they can't do. So y'all stay tuned, man. I keep saying this shit.
We're going to get to that. Okay. Then we Fucked in the Game.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Now, why would that be one of your favorites?
Because it was like, I just, you know, it's so animal. This song is animal, dude. It's like, you know, it start off murder, motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm sure what my boys cause ruckus. It's just so hardcore to me, you know. It when I sing it or on stage or when I hear it, I get the adrenaline going through me. The craziest part about that song is, I think it was a Super Bowl weekend. And I click on the YouTube and see Puffy and Rick Ross walking through the hotel, through the lobby, through the hallways, and they playing Fucked in the Game, and they like singing the words to the shit.
Oh.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Puffy and Rick Ross and shit, they singing the words to that shit? They know the words to the shit? You know, it ticked over my head a million times. They know the words to the shit? They know the words to the shit? The words to the shit, like that. And they was singing it, you know, they get into the hotel room and they all rocking that shit. Murder, motherfuckers. Yo, Fucked in the Game. And it's Puffy and it's Rick Ross and it's like 2 or 3 other new artists that was well known that we all listened to, singing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, you know, and this was like maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. Dope. So that song is a trip to me. Like that they was doing that.
City Streets, 1-900-SPICE or SPICE. Break Yourself, 187 Pure. Okay. Yeah. Now, we went over 14 songs. Right. I have to twist your arm. Which is your favorite song off that whole album? If you had to choose one.
It would probably be 187 Proof. I'm, you know, it's just I can't get over how that song propelled my career, or you know, turned the heads and raised the eyebrows of all my fans and everybody.
Yes.
listen to me now. Like I'll never get over that. Dreaming that song and writing it, and then here I am. You know what I'm saying, talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
We're gonna go ahead and press pause right there. We're gonna come right back, and I want you to share with us how you met Pac.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Episode 171 was Spice One. So make sure you call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. As a matter of fact, you still got a beeper, page somebody, and let them know that Spice One is in the motherfucking building. We'll be back 10 minutes.
Shit out of somebody.
Yo, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
Dumb at the Roadium with the funky drum, and you know my man Steve can get some. With a fool like Tony A when he plays stupid dope shit by WA. You wanna spray? Dumb motherfuckers, no doubt. And sucker DJ, get the fuck out. Tony A.
What did you say your name? What did you say your name?
Tony A.
I have won 1 million battles.
Lights, cameras, action, sound. Give me that mic, I'm about to go down.
Thinking of a master plan.
This story's funny. I met this girl and she had money.
Yo, right about now, Dr. Dre is in effect. Cold tearing shit up with my man Steve at the Roadium swap meet. And we here to lay it on the line. To all them sucker niggas out there claiming our tapes and shit, we just got one thing to say.
Live because you doing your ass is mine. Live because you doing your ass is mine. Live because you doing your ass is mine.
Yeah! Now my name is Dr. Dre. Now my name is Dr. Dre. Now my name is Dr. Dre. Went to a party in West LA. Wanna learn a new dance, that's what you say. Well, here's a new dance that can't be matched. So just step to the floor, do the cabin.
Here it come, here it come, here it kitty come, come. Here it come, here it come, here it kitty come, come.
Yo, this is how I see it. Tony A chilling at the Roadium with my homeboy Steve. Be on the lookout for our new 12-inch. The shit is dope. Yo, I like to say what's up to my homeboy Dre, my homeboy Prince of Jazz, and the girls with the big ol' ass. So Trip, I'm about to bust one more time to let y'all niggas know just what's on my mind.
In the morning, police at my door. Fresh to be this week across my bathroom floor. Out my back window, I make my escape. Didn't even get a chance to grab my old school tape. Mad with no music, but happy cause free. And the street to a player is the place to be. Got a knot in my pocket weighing at least a grand.
Y'all heard, take it from the top.
Get that shit, new chop. Power move one.
If you mess with me.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 171. And this is the podcast that slaps your coach your fat ass with a fat ass dick. And I am Tony A. the Wizard. So it's time to loosen up them hips and give up them lips. And we're back with Spice One. How you doing,
I like that. Loosen up them lips.
them hips
give
up them lips.
Loosen up them hips and get. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, there you go. I practiced that in the mirror a couple of times before you got here. So, you know. But you know what? I was telling you that I went to Target today. And you know what's crazy? We could walk around Target and think I'm only going to get one thing, but we end up walking out spending about $100.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
all the time.
I bought this Buffalo. How would you pronounce it? Trace?
Buffalo Trace. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Kentucky something. So I'm going to try it, and I wanted to try a Blue Moon today. Something a little different.
Yeah. I mean, you got to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, that's what I was saying. That's why they put all that shit out there. You got to try something different. You know.
Okay.
I mean, you know, shit. The first time I started sipping on Patron, I like passed out and woke right back up, like literally, like that fast. Like, you know how you ever passed out just poof and woke back? I was like, damn, I just fucking passed out and shit. But you know, I did that shit and I was like, damn, give me some more of that shit. Like, you know, as long as I didn't get sick and nothing, I was straight. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, do you got any drinking stories, man?
Oh man.
Share one good one.
You know what? It wasn't. There's a few. Yes. I think I tried to do a backflip one time and shit.
You ever try to fight the whole hood like at one?
Nah, you know, when I drink, I'm like I'm cool. Like I won't start shit. I'm like a fool, like funny and shit.
Yeah.
Like I turn into a fucking comedian, I think.
Yeah.
I think one time I was you know, me and Pac was drinking like a lot. He was drunk, dude. And we was in LA and he kept on trying to tell me, you know, I told him I was like, damn, Chili from TLC fine as hell, you know what I'm saying? And you know, and he was like, nigga, talk to her. He was like, say something to her, you gotta go talk to her. I said, man, I ain't finna go over there and say nothing to her, dude. You know what I'm saying? Let's just sit here and keep drinking drinks and shit.
Right.
And he was like, and he said, man, I'm finna go tell her.
Oh shit.
And so, you know, he got up to go tell her, and I immediately tackled the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I was holding my hand over his mouth, and he kept on saying, "Chili," and he kept trying to talk, and he like, "Chili, hey, Chili." I'm like, man, shut up, you know. So we wrestling and shit, and they looking at us like, what the hell is these niggas doing and shit? And I'm like, man, don't go, you know. So they watching me and this nigga wrestle, and Tretch and Vinny is over there, and they all looking and shit like, you know, what the hell y'all doing? I'm like, man, don't go over there and say shit to that woman, man. Don't say nothing to that lady, dude. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a cool drunk story. You know, he was really kicking it. I think we fell over a few things in the lobby wrestling and shit.
Yeah. What's the worst fucking hangover you ever had? Do you remember what you drank?
Man, you know what? The worst, it was some Carlos Rossi, dude. Some top of the line rhyme, you know, listening to 40s ass and shit, you know. I think it was after I lost the O-Dog role. I didn't, you know, well, I ain't gonna say I lost it because I never got a chance to get it. My manager didn't keep up on the business with it, and I was really pissed off over that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm back in North Richmond, you know, in the Bay. The homies is shooting dice. And you know, I woke up, you know, next to everybody shooting dice to me and shit. And I was like, you know, I seen a bottle of Carlos Rossi and shit. It was a whole bottle of Carlos Rossi with nobody drinking and shit. So I started, you know, chugging that shit. And man, I killed that bottle of Carlos Rossi. I think I ended up in the hospital and shit for about a day and a half, 2 days.
Oh shit.
You know, yeah, that was a hell of a hangover and shit. That was crazy.
Oh shit! Now you brought up Pac. Now I have to ask you, for the fans' sake, how did you meet Pac?
Well, we had some mutual friends. You know, we had homies that we hung out with or whatever. But he came to the video shoot in my neighborhood video shoot. He was a fan. He knew all of the songs to the first album. You know, the words to the songs on the first album, and I was also a fan of him and his music, and because he had just did Juice, and you know, I was watching that, and I was like, damn, that's the homie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, we came to the In My Neighborhood video shoot, and we shot the video. We chopped it up with the Hughes brothers about shooting Menace to Society and doing that movie and everything, and after that, we just kind of. You know, we just kind of was rocking together. You know, every video I did, he was up there, and every video he did, I was at that. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah, you know, we was homies after that.
And as far as the Menace to Society thing, because I had shared with you earlier off camera that the first videos that the Hughes brothers ever videoed was Mine and High Seas. They did 2 videos for us. From there, they went ahead and did Pac's Brenda Got a Baby. They went and did MC8 videos. But now a lot of people know, and a lot of people may not know, that Pac was supposed to be in Menace to Society, but I guess some things happened, you know.
Yeah.
What was it, if you could speak on it, that he might have told you what happened?
Well, I got off the plane coming from Oakland, and he picked me up from the airport, And, you know, I was drunk as hell when he picked me up and shit. I do remember what happened though, because he was like, you know, he just threw the newspaper on my lap and he said, "Man, read this shit." And so, you know, I'm like, you know, what the fuck is this? So I read it and it said Tupac Shakur gets fired from the set of Menace. I can read it. I can remember it like it was yesterday. Like reading it, it said its exact words. Tupac Shakur comes to the set of Menace to Society. Tupac Shakur gets fired from the set of Menace to Society because he comes to the set drunk and can't remember his lines. That was in the paper.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like, no, man, that shit was in the paper, dude.
Right.
He didn't really, you know, they didn't say, call him and say, "Yeah, oh, motherfucking fired. Don't come to the set of our fucking movie." You're like, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say none of that. Like, you know, they just put that shit in the paper like that.
Right. Well, that was our social media. That was our Instagram, our Facebook, and MySpace back in the days.
Back in the day, and it was like everybody was reading that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
It is, because that's the paper.
Like, damn, like, ugh, like I can't even say calm down and shit, because that's, you know, I don't know what to tell you after that, man. And you just be mad over that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, so he like, I'm gonna beat that motherfucking ass and shit.
And he did.
Yeah, but, you know, I was kind of like, when he said that, I was like, I was drunk, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you ain't gonna, I said, you ain't gonna do nothing, nigga. He said, "I'm gonna beat that motherfucking ass. Watch, I'm gonna beat the shit out." I said, "Oh, nigga, you ain't gonna do nothing, nigga." And I was pushing on him and shit. I was like, "You ain't gonna do nothing, fool. You ain't gonna do nothing, nigga."
Oh shit! Spice wanted to instigate.
Man, got to my video shoot. I didn't know the Hughes brothers was gonna be there, and this, you know, it was a big ass fight. And I feel, you know, fucked up. You know, it wasn't my fault. I can't sit there and take the blame for that. You know what I'm saying? I got love for the Hughes brothers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And Pac was my homie. I just hated to see that whole thing go down like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was my whole thing. So, you know, shout out to the Hughes brothers and rest in peace to the homie Pac, man. Love y'all niggas and shit.
You know, I'll tell you what Alan and Albert told me, because they called me when that happened. And because I've always maintained good communication and remain in contact with people that either blessed me, helped me, filmed with me, recorded with me. I've always have done that. So every once in a while, I'll shoot them a call. "Hey man, how you guys doing? Everything good?" Yeah. We're filming over here. You mind if I drop by? Come on down. So they called me. Albert did, and I asked him, "Hey man, I heard about that Tupac thing, that they went to the set and they beat you guys up. Is that true?" And they said it was true. They didn't deny it. And then they said, "Yeah, he came with a bunch of guys and this happened." So I said, "What happened?" But the way they made it seem, it was just something very simple. They just said, "Look, man, he just kept trying to tell us how to direct." And we just said, "We're the directors, man. Just do your lines." Yeah. Like he never badmouthed them. He never said anything like that.
Right.
You know, he just said, "We're the directors," and he just felt like, "You guys don't know what you guys are doing. I've done movies." He goes, "So we just said, you know what? We're not going to need your services anymore." He goes, and then he comes back, and you know,
and he wanted to fight after that.
Yeah. So, but they never ever had badmouthed him. You know.
Right. No, I never seen him talk bad about Pac. He was just really pissed off over that. That newspaper. If they would have approached it a different way, then maybe everything else would have went different. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it was just ugly, the whole thing. Because, you know, shit. When I was doing the video, I was doing Trigger Got No Heart, and Tyron was standing next to me. And I remember I was going, "Kill him out with me, Glock, Glock, kill him out, kill him out." I was saying that part. And he kept tapping me on my shoulder, and he was pointing, you know, and I was like, you know, quit fucking tapping me and shit, you know what I'm saying? Quit fucking tapping me, you know what I'm saying? He tapped me again. I'm like, "Man, quit fucking tapping me." And then I looked and I said, "What the fuck?" And then he just pointed, and I was like, oh shit. And I seen Alan, or and he was running up the hill, and he was covered with blood, like it was blood all over him. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know who it was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, you know, back then I was kind of ruthless and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm finna clothesline this nigga back down the hill and shit. I didn't know it was Allen and shit.
Right.
I started running full speed, dude. Like, you know, I was like, I'm finna fuck this nigga up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm running full speed. I'm like, bah, get your ass back down the hill. We finna finish you off, nigga.
Right,
you know
right.
Because I didn't know who it was. Whoever it was, I knew it wasn't nothing but Thug Life niggas and my niggas from Compton and my niggas from Hayward and Oakland at the bottom of the hill. And they was all down there shooting dice, partying, and doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew everybody.
Right.
And so I'm like, they must have fucked somebody up and somebody got away. I'm finna knock him back down the hill. You know, and I was running full speed. I was about to catch him with all this.
You're gonna be like, oh, Eugen.
Yeah, I was finna do it. I had everything planned. You know what I'm saying? But I got close up on it and realized it was Allen and shit. And I was like, oh shit.
What happened to him?
I guess Pac got to him. Pac got to him, you know.
Right.
And so, you know, I was like, hey, you know, so I was like, oh shit, you know, I put my hand on his shoulder. I said, man, is you cool? I said, you good? And he was like, yeah, you know, and he was wiping blood and shit off him. And I was like, man, just go up the top of the hill. You know what I'm saying? Just go up to the top of the hill. And you know, they running up the hill like we fucking finish this nigga off.
Right.
And I was like, hey, fuck y'all. I thought to throw one, hey, you the fuck, man? What y'all doing? My nigga, what are y'all doing? Cut that shit. He's done.
Right.
And so I guess, you know, I don't know I think they call an ambulance or whatever and shit. And, but then we ended up going to court over that shit, man, Pac and everybody, you know.
What did they take him to court for? Just like, I mean, I don't know, being bullied or?
Assault.
Oh, okay.
So he caught an assault charge. And wasn't, you know, nobody blaming him because they was crazy because dude was covered with blood. That's all I got to say, you know. And they, you know, like I said earlier, you know, they ain't never claimed to be no gangsters and no shit like that. So I wouldn't expect them to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the whole thing was ugly. We was all in court. We was all in the front of the courthouse playing strap on the side in the fucking in the car, hella loud and shit, and big ass crowd. I'm surprised we didn't go to jail that day at court and shit. But you know, we was wild back then. Everything was fun, and you know, even they would even took us to jail. We would have had a party in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, shit.
What is and this is pretty much before we go back to your albums. What is it possibly a Tupac story that you have? Maybe inside joke or something between you guys that maybe you've never shared, or maybe a side of him that maybe the people may not know of Pac.
Well, I know he really liked or loved Kadada, like Quincy Jones' daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Like he really liked her a lot.
Okay,
I knew that much. Because you know when we went to the house, to his mom's house, she was there, and the look on his face when he introduced me was like priceless, man. You ain't never seen that look on Pac's face in your life, dude. This my little, man. This my, I was like, you sprung, fool. You stuck. I was like, I said what's up to her and shit. And he was like, yeah, this my girl, man. Like. So, you know, he was really in love with her. He liked her a lot.
Now, I have to ask you this for me. You ever meet Quincy Jones?
No, I never had a chance to meet Quincy. It would have been cool, you know, just to have it on my roster to say, you know, I met him before, but I never met him. I always wanted to meet that dude. You know, he was genius. And I always encourage people to go watch the documentary on Netflix. Mm-hmm. That was a dope documentary. Yeah. He did it. Him and Pac had a few things going on too back in the day. Like they had some words. And
oh, really?
It was on YouTube. I think it was in one of them biographies or something. And, he was telling Quincy Jones was telling everything, but you know they smoothed everything out because that was he wasn't really, that was his daughter's, his girl's pop, so he he probably had to okay whatever shit. But man, just when I went to he had bought that house for his mom on the beach. And he started telling me what happened in the elevator and all of that shit in New York about everything, and and to hear when I heard like Funk Master Flex talk about the shit, or any other artist or anybody talk about Pac, when he he ain't here to defend himself. I'll be feeling some kind of way about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, that's your homie. You know what I'm saying? So if something happened to him, and somebody, and they like, oh, he was this and he was that, and you like, man, I used to kick it with him. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my partner. So you saying if that he do all that, you might as well be saying I do all that shit because I was with him.
Yeah.
And I don't do all that shit. We ain't never did none of that bullshit y'all talking about niggas did and all that old funny style ass, wicked ass, 2020 ass gay bullshit y'all talking about, about Pac and all. What the fuck is y'all? We didn't even know. That shit wasn't even in the equation back then. We come from the days where motherfucker could walk around the locker room and not worry about that shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally not even trip on that shit.
Right.
Like it wasn't even a conversation or nothing.
Right. No, it's true.
So today it's different. You know what I'm saying? They don't know, how we used to rock back then.
No, as a matter of fact, I was at a supermarket maybe a couple of years back, and sometimes they have toys there. They have like cheap little basketballs, footballs. Sometimes in the supermarket in a little section, I grabbed the football and I threw it at my son. And the way he threw it at me, because I don't want to play, he threw it at me like this. Yeah. And I go, that was gay. That's what I said that. And there just happened to be two gay guys beside me, and they were like, excuse me. What? And everything is offensive to everyone, Yeah. There's a quote that I usually post, and it says this: we live in a generation that doesn't give a fuck, but is easily offended. Easily offended. Yeah. And I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna talk my shit. Period. I'm gonna talk my shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm from the block, nigga. I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. I'm gonna talk my shit. Yeah. But as far as I ain't got nothing against gays because that's just more women for us. Shit. Y'all keep doing that shit. Cool. Good thing. Keep being gay. That's cool shit. Y'all straight. We straight. Yeah, we straight. Like y'all keep doing that, and we'll take them. Y'all don't want the women. We'll take them. We got them. And everybody on the live chat say, "Amen." One time I said something. I was having a conversation with a guy that he's openly gay. And that's cool. I got no problem with him. I know him very well. And I said, for the sake of the conversation, I'll just say his name was Joe. And I said, Joe, would gays get upset if we have a straight parade? That we're proud to be straight. And believe it or not, even though I consider this guy like a close, homie, he took it offensive. I just said, okay, I'm cool, bro. We'll leave it at that. A straight parade.
That'll be funny, though. I would definitely join the straight parade.
Yeah, yes.
It might be a lot of good sex going on in the straight parade. Like, you get some females, We like doing this.
Yeah.
This is what we like doing. Open it up.
Open it up.
We like doing this.
Loosen up them hips and give up them lips.
Oh, all that.
Yeah.
Loosen up them hips and give up them lips. Wait, did I say it backwards again?
No, you said it right.
Okay, I got it right.
Yeah. Now,
this hen that had your ass saying shit backwards. How you looking for your hat while it's on your head and shit. You know? This Hennessy have a motherfucker like, where my goddamn phone at, nigga? Where my phone?
Yeah. You be like, where did I leave my drink at? Yeah. Okay. One last thing before we switch gears up. You said something. You said when that happened to Pac in the elevator. Obviously, we're talking about New York.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why I bring that up, and my boy that lives in New York, every time I go out there, I go stay with him. He lives in Harlem. I love my dude. And here's what happened. We're walking down, Times Square, and we come across, we're across the street from where that happened, okay? And a lot of people that may not know, you could be across the street and look directly inside that hallway because it's all glass. It's all glass. The door's glass. There's glass on the side of the door. So you could, from across the street, somebody could have seen something. All you do is walk in and you press the elevator. That's all that's there. Okay. So from across the street, you could look inside because it's all glass. Now, this is close, like a couple of blocks, maybe like 2 blocks away from where they dropped the ball and shit.
On New Year's Eve.
Okay. So we started walking. He goes, yeah, that's what happened with Tupac. And I said, oh, okay, cool. So we walked down and goes, see, right here, this is where that car crashed into the bank. So he said, and he goes, it was all over the news. You saw the footage? And I go, yeah. But I want to ask you something. You're an East Coast cat, and I got mad love for you. But I'm a West Coast cat. So my thing is this. How do we have footage of that car crashing into this motherfucking bank, and right across the street right here, we have no footage?
Damn.
Think about that. This is close to Times Square. There's cameras everywhere. Everywhere. And we have nothing? Or I forgot, they were probably turned off that day.
Yeah, I mean, the whole shit was wicked. Because he was like, man, I came into the hotel and he said it was motherfuckers with newspapers over their face and shit, like the fucking old school day. He's like, motherfuckers was in there with newspapers over there, doing that shit, dude. I'm like for real, because he's telling me this shit. And the crazy part is why he's telling me this. He took his shirt off and had his wife beat her on, and he took his bandana off, and I seen the bullet holes and shit that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
And so I automatically, I was automatically, I was furious, dude. I had smoke coming out my ears as soon as I seen a dent in his head from the bullet. Like I was like, man, I was hot.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, keep going. Like, tell me what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying? So, how the fuck you go out there to do a verse with these niggas and come back like that? Like, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah.
Explain that to me, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he started telling me, that, they just have newspapers and shit, you go up in there and see, like, this shit is crazy. He said, he said, man, I ain't on my own nuts like that and shit, but I walk into a room full of motherfuckers and I just dropped an album that sold 6 million copies of a double CD. And I walk into a room full of motherfuckers who supposed to know who I am and nobody say nothing, then I'm automatically gonna be on the offense. Like that's how we are as rap artists. Like I got a rapper's complex. I think motherfuckers think I won't blow their motherfucking shit out because I'm a rap artist, nigga. I don't get it fucked up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But so, he see all of this shit and he's like, I'm paying no mind to that shit and just go get in the elevator. He said him and Stretch, the homie from Live Squad, just got in the elevator. And I knew Stretch before I met Pac, you know what I'm saying? We was mutual friends before I met Pac. And so, he said him and Stretch got in the elevator and shit, and niggas ran up in there, and he said, dude said, give me your shit or some shit like that or whatever, and Pac, he said, I didn't want to give up my shit, so I grabbed dude's gun, and they started struggling and shit or whatever, and dude shot and hit him, and he shot again, he shot the third time, and he hit him in the nuts. He said, Pac said, that's when I fell to the floor. And this is what he telling me, you know.
Yeah.
He said that after he shot me in the nuts, I fell to the floor and played like, you know, like I was dead and shit. You know what I'm saying? Dude let off 2 more shots and bounced out. And then Pac said he said he said he rolled over and he pulled out the swishers and the blunts and started rolling the weed and started rolling a blunt. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean you start rolling a blunt? Like, you know, I was through completely the fuck off when he said I was rolling a blunt. Like, you just got shot, nigga. Shut the fuck up. You start rolling a blunt. And then he said I wanted to die high. And I said, oh, yeah, okay. Continue. Because I feel that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he said he rolled a blunt up and, you know, got to the top of the elevator and you said the motherfuckers looked like they seen a ghost and shit, you know. And so, you know, I guess he started talking all this shit after that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, y'all motherfuckers, damn, you sit up on. So, I mean, you know, I guess the ambulance came, took him to the hospital and shit or whatever. And I was in LA County while all of this shit was going on. I was like in LA County for like 3 months and shit. That was some gun charges and shit.
No shit.
Yeah, and I was getting out and I ran into a few 13s or some essays. And it was like, you know, they was staring at me and shit. And we was all staring at each other and shit. And this dude, one of them walked over and he said, where you from? I said, I'm from the Bay, nigga. You know, and I said, this Spice One. And he was like, you know, you're not no fucking Spice One, Holmes. I remember his words. He said, you're not no fucking Spice One, Holmes. I said, well, where the fuck is he at then if it's not me? Like, where is he? Shit, I'm him. Nigga. Right. Me. And when I started flashing tattoos, and then the other homie walked up and he knew. He was like, nah. He said, that is Spice One. Shit. He said, that is Spice One, Holmes. And then you know, we all started laughing and shit. And he said, you know, he's like, you know, if you weren't Spice One, we were gonna jump you, hoes. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck y'all niggas up. He's gonna go down. He was in there cracking up like, oh, it's about to go down on this bitch.
Oh,
you know,
shit, what the fuck was that?
And that's what it is, you know. It's
a
like
moth.
Some you know, when it comes to Spice One, I have no boundaries, man. You know, all race, creeds, and colors fuck with Spice One. We on some G shit. From Japan to Mexico to Russia to New Orleans to Oakland, nigga, we on some G shit. We all this the mob, the Spice One mob. Fool, we all connected. all my fans, that's gangsters. We all Spice One mobbed out from Japan. I went to Japan. They all mobbed out in Japan. Spice One everywhere. So I mean, you know, man, you just gotta, you know, I do gangster rap.
Right.
That's some shit I will not ever not admit. I do gangster rap for all my G's, you know, for all my pit bulls out there. You know what I'm saying?
So we will never see Spice One in skinny jeans.
Nah, man. You know, I can't do it. The jeans that you can't even find regular jeans today anyway. Now you got to go search for some regular jeans. Like I got, you know, a few khaki suits, you know,
right,
or whatever. But nah, hell no. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Okay, let's go back to this. Okay, we're gonna go to your second album. Okay. And this one is 187 he wrote. Okay.
187 he wrote.
Now, my boy, David Rocha, a.k.a. Sir Dino, who's from up north, wanted me to tell you that this was his favorite album. He's now a pastor. He's been a pastor for like 11 years now. Yeah. But he called me today and told us, can you please let him know that was my favorite album. I had it on regular rotation CD, you know.
187 he wrote is you know, was like the second test, because they was like, you know, okay, you did, you know, you dropped a nice album, you gained some fans. You know, you did that. You know, you proved everybody wrong. You know, you went against. You know, did your shit, and can you do it again?
Yeah.
And you know, every time you excel or overcome anything or do anything, you know, good or something that's you got a lot of cats wanting you to do it again. Well, can he do it again?
Can he do it again?
That's the main question, and then you got to do it again. So 187 he wrote was you know, me saying, okay, you know, no, I'm here to stay. Like I'm gonna be here. Like, and then you know, so on and so on.
Yeah. You know what? And that's very important because many people, many artists, many groups, the first album's a fucking banger. They were fucking hungry. They were starving. They released their best shit. Now they're fat, lazy. Their second album comes out and it's a flop. Yeah. Because they got lazy. I get it. My thing is always this. You did it once. Can you do it twice?
Yeah, can you do it twice?
Yes.
And you never get past that. Even if you don't do it again, it's the artist in you. Are you trying to be an artist? Did you get into this to get money, or are you in it because it's just something calling you and eating at you, and you can't stop doing it? Like, yeah, me, I can't stop doing it. No matter how much money I make, it's you know, like I say, I'm hungry. It's something calling and eating at me to get up on a mic and put them words together and make that shit fly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it's there, and I like it, and it's cool. You know, a lot of cats just get in it for the money, and they like, you know, if you ain't making no money, if you ain't paid, if you ain't a millionaire, and, you know, I can say this. The hits that we took in the 90s, yeah, are the reason that you niggas have money today. That you little niggas got money today.
Can you repeat that again for the people in the back? Maybe didn't hear it.
The hits that we took as OG rap artists in the 90s are the reason that any of y'all are making money at this shit today. Because you know what not to do. We made the mistakes that you didn't make, that you didn't have a chance to make. You got a chance to see us make them, and then you didn't make them. But to patronize us for it and look down on us because we're not sitting on millions of dollars now is just completely fucked up. Yeah. Because we still out here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm still a threat. So shit, y'all stay tuned, man.
And we're gonna get into what you got coming out in 2021 or in the future. But I just want to mention a couple of songs off the album because if I'm correct, you had 15. The last one you had 14. On the second album, you had 15. So I'll go over some of the titles, and whatever stands out to you, if you want to elaborate on them, feel free. For an example, you had I'm the Murderer. Okay. Dumping them in ditches. Yeah. Okay. Gas Chamber.
Yep.
187 he wrote.
187 he wrote. 187 he wrote is you know, was the title track to the album. And then, you know, everybody was like, you know, why you write about death and murder and all of that stuff all of the time? And I'm like, you know, it's 187 he wrote. You know, this is what's going on. You know, even if you go to where I'm from right now, to this day, it's yellow tape and police parading around the neighborhood with the sirens on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Bodies around this motherfucker. Today, yesterday, and the day before. You know what I'm saying? Killing fields out in that motherfucker. You know, so I mean, shit. 187 he wrote. That's what I see.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, then you have Don't Ring the Alarm. Clipping the Trigger. Smoking Them Like a Blunt.
Smoke Them Like a Blunt. That is like one of my favorite songs because it's you know it's like reggae, and I didn't even know how much the fans liked it until I did it on stage. You know, until I started performing it. You know, it's got the reggae. Actually, Too Short made the beat to that.
No shit.
Yeah, so you know he was like, "Man, I got this reggae song for you." I'm like, "Fucking reggae song, get the fuck out of here." And he made the beat. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Cool." You know, I'm gonna spit to that shit. You know, but it just shocked me how many fans liked it when I performed it. You know, I perform it in places, you know, where we smoke a lot of weed and shit. So they like that shit.
Dope. Okay, and then 380 on that ass. Yeah. Okay, and then Mo Mel, running out the crack house.
Running out the crack house. Running out the crack house. You know, if you listen to that song, it's like watching a movie. Right. If you really listening to the song, you gonna get the feel out of it like you watching a good ass movie, like a good movie. You know what I'm saying? Pac, it was one of Tupac's favorite songs. I remember him saying, you know, I listened to it at first. He was like, man, I listened to Running Out the Crack House, and I was tripping because I didn't like it. And then I listened to it again, and now I can't stop listening to it. Like, that story is sick. You know what I'm saying? You know, about the dog, you know, and, you know, seeing the homies and pictures on the wall, and when you go and you're coming out the jailhouse. So, yeah, Running Out the Crack House is very entertaining. That's some shit you want to listen to.
Trigger's Got No Heart.
Menace to Society.
Yeah. Trigger Happy. R.I.P. All he wrote. Okay. I'm going to tell you one thing that I noticed from music from back then, including yours, and music today. Yeah. Back then we had 3 verses. Songs range from 3 minutes to 4 minutes, sometimes even 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. And people listened to all of it. Today, motherfuckers are doing 2 verses and you're out.
Yep.
You know, back then we had More Bounce, Knee Deep, Atomic Dog.
Songs would be 5 minutes long, dude.
10 minutes long, 12 minutes
10 minutes long.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you got songs that are 2.5 minutes long and you can't even wait that long.
Yeah.
Like, okay, skip. Fuck
this.
Yeah. Why is that? Why is that, Spice?
It's because the radio, they got so many. This is what I think.
Yeah,
this is my opinion. I think the radio has so many contracts with major labels that they only have a certain amount of time to play certain songs, and they only play 2.5 minutes of the song, no matter how long it is. And if your song goes past 2 minutes, then they're gonna play something else, whatever's, you know.
Yeah.
So people just try to get everything they can get in within them 2 minutes because, you know, well, I say artists, we try to get everything in within them 2 minutes because we know that they're gonna play another song after the first 2 verses anyway.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, like we was talking earlier, like we listen to I Got 5 on it remix and they never play my verse on the end of that. So that's definitely a perfect example of why, you know, now the songs are shorter because the radio stations you know, they got all of these contracts from the major labels to play all of these songs and they can only fit so many into a list a day. So people just do 2 minute song, 2 minutes or whatever, and that's what I think.
Right.
Because usually, if I go put my song on the radio, they only gonna play the first 2 verses, and then they're gonna skip into something else.
Yeah. Do you listen to radio at all today?
Sometimes just to see what they playing, because radio is really, I think radio is really biased of OG artists.
Yeah.
They don't want to let the OG win. They don't want to see the OG win. No. You know, they all, you know, this game is for the youngsters. You know, you get a lot of that, you know, but imagine me telling them to quit their job. This is my job.
Yeah.
No, I can't just, and this is what I do. Like, I'm not just going to quit this. Like, there's nothing I'm gonna be 6 feet deep doing this. A lot of artists, they'll stop, they'll quit rapping, but this is what I do, man. This is a part of me. It's like walking and talking, so I got to do this.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna quit.
Yeah. It's funny that in all genres of music, whether R&B, whether it be rock, whether it be country, whether it be classical or whatever, there's no age limit. But when it comes to rap, oh, you a 50-year-old rapper.
Yeah. And it's like, you can be a 50-year-old rapper, but you still making more money than the average cat that's going to a regular 9 to 5,
Very true.
Shit, I'm like, why would I go try to do something else and I'm doing this and this? So it's crazy, because I didn't know who I was. I really didn't know who I was. To all my fans, I didn't know who I was until I left the country. When I left this country, and I seen my Japanese fans waiting for me at the airport, and I seen my Australian fans running up to me out on the beach. Then I realized who I was.
What was that feeling like?
It made me know I was worldwide and not just international as far as the States. I was worldwide. Like you got fans everywhere, not just in Oakland, not just in New York, not just in St. Louis or Chicago. You have fans outside this whole country. Like I had to realize that, and once I realized that, I became it put me in a whole different state of mind.
Yeah.
As far as an artist, like, when I go to Germany and pack the house.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you out here and then you do a show and it's like 100 or 200 people there.
And a couple of hecklers.
Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. And then you pack the house in Germany and you come back to the States and walk through Walmart or walk through a Target or something, and people walk right past you, don't know you from a can of beans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just left from Germany, rocking a whole 2,000-3,000 people on the beach. It's cool, and it's at the same time it's just weird.
It is weird.
Weird,
it is
man.
weird. Let's get into your last. Well, at least for right now, your last album. We covered the first, second. Now we're going to cover third because of time. Mm-hmm. We'll just stick to your third album, released 1994, and hopefully you're able to come back and give your fans a part 2. Okay, so we can cover the rest of your stuff. Okay,
right.
America's Nightmare, but you spelled America with KKK.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate?
That was because at the time, and still now, everything it was irrelevant.
By the way, this is pretty good too.
It was relevant. Yeah, I'm gonna try some of that. That's that brand. It's relevant to what's going on today now.
Yeah,
America's Nightmare. We never, man. We not until everybody is free mentally. We all gonna be slaves. And that's what the album meant. Uh-huh. That's where I was trying to go. The America's Nightmare is, I figured, it was a nigga that was smart and knew how to work knew how to work some pistols, knew how to work some firearms at the same time, just like the spook who sat by the door. The biggest fear was that we see the president. I don't think it was J. Edgar Hoover, and it was like the biggest threat to America is the black man rising, and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck was all that about?
It's like the racist community figured that if they give black people their reparations or give us whatever we wanted to, we needed from, you know, recovering from Black Wall Street and all of that shit, that we would try to do the same thing to them that they did to us. And we're not that kind of people. We don't get down like that. We are peaceful people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not planning on fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we don't shoot up our own schools.
No, we don't. We're not tripping on shit. Like, we just want to smoke some weed and get high and do our job and get paid. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And go live a life of fun at the house and take care of the kids. That's it. That's all we want to do. It's regular shit.
You notice that in the ghettos, whether it's black and brown, we don't shoot up our own fucking schools.
No, ain't nobody finna fight. If that was the case, because they know if they did that we're gonna find who fucking did it, and it's gonna be on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nobody does that shit. Like, we're not raised to even think that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, it's just the spoiled motherfuckers that got everything that want. If they don't have something, they act a fucking fool because they don't get it. We used to not having shit. I mean, you know, I could have, when I was a kid, my mom said she couldn't get me the candy at the store and shit. I understood that.
Right.
It wasn't that. It wasn't me saying, oh, I want, you know, buy the candy anyway, Mom. She don't have no fucking money, nigga.
Yeah.
You can't have the candy, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
You can't get the chickle stick.
Yeah, exactly. He can't have that shit. Either you better steal it and get away with it, or leave it the fuck alone. Because if you ask her again, she gonna slap the shit out your ass. You know she ain't got the money. Don't fucking ask for it. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta ask you something real quick since you brought up candy. The #1 ghetto candy of all time.
Shit, man. Probably be Now Later.
Now Later.
Probably be Now Later, man.
Does this generation know anything about Now Laters?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
They don't know nothing about no Now Laters, man.
Like, that's crazy.
Shit, Now Laters was the shit.
Hell yeah. You
used to melt them and put them around a lollipop, around them big ass cherry lollipops.
Yeah, you're talking about I know them blow pops or whatever.
Yeah, about around a blow pop.
Yeah,
we'll melt them and put them around a blow pop. Like, have a big ass blow pop with hella Now stuck on that motherfucker. Fool. Gotta get up on it.
You just gave a white man an idea. He's gonna come up with that shit.
Hell yeah! I need my 50%, man.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now, America's Nightmare. Track 1, The Boys Got Love for Me. Track 2, Face of a Desperate Man.
Yeah.
Track 3, Strapped on the Side.
Now I gotta speak on Strap on the Side. Strap on the Side is you know, that's something I gotta sing at the show, or it's gonna be a riot.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be some shit. You know, I'm gonna have a lot of questions after that. And you know, Pac was in the video. The song was just explosive. It was you know, energy, like it wasn't a sample, but it was from Burn Rubber.
From the Gap Band.
From the Gap Band. I already knew, you know, they get a hold of this shit. We get a hold of this and throw some shit to it. It's gonna go.
It's gonna go.
And when we did the video, you know, I didn't know it was gonna be that cracking, man. Next thing you know, we got J.R. Ryder coming through there hitting donuts. You know, we got Pac coming through there, MC Hammer coming through there. Everybody just coming through the video like, oh shit, you know. And it was like, it was cool to know that they liked that song like that, you know. They were singing, knew the words to it and all of that shit. So Strap on the Side is like definitely some shit I gotta sing in the show.
Dope. Jealous got me strapped. Okay. Tell me what
Jealous
the mail
got
like.
Me strapped. It was with me and Pac. That song, Jealous Got Me Strapped, came about through one of my friends. Get jacked at the Wiener Schnitzel in Hayward.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah, it's this hot dog place we all hung out at or whatever.
By the way, I have to say this, please. The #1 Wiener Schnitzel, the #1, you know how some like #1, #2, #3?
Yeah.
The #1 is in my neighborhood right here, bro, PCH.
Oh, yeah.
The #1 Wiener Schnitzel. Yes.
I gotta go there. I'll fuck with it. I'll definitely fuck with it.
Yeah.
But, you know, back, it was a lot going on back in the day, so I guess they jacked him and he gave up his shit and they killed him anyway, and we came with the thing with the Jealous Got Me Strapped for for the funeral theme. So we got T-shirts said "Jealous Got Me" strapped on them, and you know, we all knew the dude. Me and Pac, he was a mutual friend with me and Pac, and so he was kind of Pac was kind of, you know, in a rush to do that song. He wanted to get that done. So, you know, I was kind of lagging on it. I wasn't, because I was going through a lot. I was doing a lot of stuff, recording a whole album. I was still recording the album.
Yeah.
And when he called me and said, "Okay, I want to do this song, the one that you said, the Jealous Got Me Strapped. I want to do that one." And so he called me like for days and days and days. And I mean, we got to do that song. So I'm like, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come through and swoop you. So I went and swooped him up. We went and dropped it, and you know, to this day, it's the theme song for the homie. Rest in peace, Armand.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Now, that one was with Pac. He came into the studio, dropped his verse. Mm-hmm. The reason why I bring that up is because today you got dudes emailing verses.
Yeah. Yes, it's changed completely.
I mean, thank God for technology, okay?
Yeah.
But here's my thing. It's like, play the beat, we vibing. There's chemistry there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to spit this shit. You like that? Hell yeah, spit that motherfucker. Today, send me the beat, I'll email you.
I'll email you the shit back, yes.
Yeah, and now you got to copy and paste his ass on time.
Yep. Yeah. It's just so convenient when you know, for, you know, these cats out here be skilled in this digital shit, man. It's crazy. You know, you got analog and it's digital. People, you know, back in the day when we fucked up, you know, it was like we had to go back and splice some shit, like find the place where we messed up. On the tape, on the reel to reel, we have to find the reel to reel, the place where we messed up on the reel to reel, cut that part out and tape it together, and then put it back on the reel to reel and go back in there and record if you fucked up one time.
And it created hits.
Yeah. So you literally have to know your shit when you walked in the
yes,
booth.
Yes.
Okay. But no fucking up and go back. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me what that mail like. Don't You Run Away. Hard to Kill.
Hard to Kill.
Ninja Sing the Blues.
Hard to Kill. Man, it just has so many. America's Nightmare has so many. Oh man, just those songs. Hard to Kill was with me and Method Man, and it's the only.
And he didn't email you the verse, right?
No, we did that in the booth, and yeah, that's the only. I'm the only West Coast artist on Wu-Tang's greatest hits. Shout out.
Can you put that? Can you say that closer to the mic? I'm
the only West Coast artist on Wu-Tang's greatest hits. Shout out to Wu-Tang Clan. You know what I'm saying? Love all y'all. You know what I'm saying? You God, Method Man, everybody, man. Love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Even old Dirty Bastard, ain't man.
Nothing to fuck with.
Real spit, man. You know what I'm saying? Love y'all fools. And me and Method Man killed that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. I'm glad you spoke on that. And then you got you can get that GAT for that.
You can get the GAT for this.
Yeah. Busters Can't See Me. Murder Ain't Crazy.
Yeah.
Sticking to the G code. Yeah. Sticking to the G code. You know. Okay. Give the G a GAT. Okay. Here you got. Okay. Sticking to the G code. Give the G a GAT. Just speak on what do you mean by G? I know what you mean by G, but
yeah. Well, G. I mean, a G is a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Not with the ER on the end, with the STA. You know what I'm saying? Gangsta. You know, you stick to the G code. It's like basically I'm saying you go against the grain, then you gonna pay with pain. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's just what it is. You know,
snitches get stitches.
Snitches get stitches. There's rules to this shit, and if you don't follow them, then you'll definitely be a victim of the bullshit. Like I said earlier, that's what sticking to the G code is about, and you know, it's really nowhere around that shit. Yeah. You know
I love your titles. 3 Strikes.
Yeah.
Everybody that's hood knows that. Okay, what 3 Strikes is, and then you got You Done Fucked Up.
Yeah, that was to another. That was to another. I was like, that was to another artist. That was actually to Pooh Man.
Okay.
To another. It was like a diss to another
Why is that?
You know, we was beefing at the time. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of cats mad because they're because the line went like this.
Yeah.
There was Too Short, then there was Spice One. Period. We had MC Hammer and Digital Underground, but that's not. They wasn't in that genre. I'm gangster rap. Too Short and Spice One was considered gangster rap. Digital Underground wasn't considered gangster rap. MC Hammer wasn't considered gangster rap.
Right.
Too Short and Spice One considered gangster rap. There was Too Short and there was Spice One, and then everybody came after that.
Who would you say, if you had to guess, was number 3?
Well, definitely 40.
Okay.
There's Too Short, there's Spice One, and there's E40, and in that order.
Okay. I'm gonna share with you my E40 story. Okay. Somebody play me E40 stuff, real like his early on shit, and I was like, I don't like his shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just being honest with you, big dog.
Yeah,
okay?
A lot of people was feeling that way.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not on this shit. I saw a couple of his videos. I don't like his shit. Okay, and E40, if you're listening, keep listening. So then finally, I want to say in the 2000s, I was DJ for Quick, AMG. They had that new Fixers album coming out. They had a song called Can You Work With That? Can You Work With That? So and then E40 was opening up for the Fixers. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm going to go check this guy out since I don't like his shit. I'm going to go ahead and give him a chance. Yeah. In my stupid ass mind, okay? I go out there and I, honestly, bro, I watch him perform.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, for dreadlocks, not shake him. And then he did You That with T-Pain.
Yeah.
I saw him perform, and I saw him out there giving it all he got, bro. And he won me over.
Yeah.
He won me over. Like, look, his records, when I heard him just on CD, man, whatever. When I saw my video, yeah, whatever. But when I saw him perform, that's why I tell rappers that come here, everything counts.
Yeah.
Everything counts. Because, look, even if they don't like your shit, if they like you, they will support you.
Right.
And I became an E40 fan that fucking night. When he walked off stage, I shook his hand. I go, hey, big dog. And I told him like this, I didn't like your shit. But after that show,
that was straight.
I'm your number 1 fan, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the goal.
Yeah.
You know, to turn all of them, anybody out there who has any doubt about you or your music, into someone who loves your music and can't stop playing it.
Yes.
And that's the whole goal when you hit that stage.
Yes. Now, out of those 15 songs of America's Nightmare, if you had to choose one, which is your favorite?
Damn, that's hard because
Give me your top 3 then. Does that make it easier?
Well, you got Strap on the Side.
Yeah.
You got Jealous Got Me Strapped, and then you got the one with me and Method Man.
So we'll say those 3.
I can remember the words to all of that shit too. Like,
okay, can I ask Spice One to do Roadium Radio fans? Can you give us the pleasure of maybe busting a verse of any type of song that you want? Give us a 16.
Okay, let me see. Well, my fans seem to like this when when I do this on stage, so I'm gonna spit it. Let me see. Let me get it.
You want any of this?
Let me hit that. Let me hit that, pimpin'.
All right, hold on. This is some Kentucky whiskey. Just imagine it's a white guy that's toothless, and he's serving.
Shout out to Kentucky. You know we drinking this Kentucky whiskey.
Kentucky whiskey.
Buffalo Trace.
Straight bourbon whiskey.
Before I spit, I gotta send a shout out to Michael Jackson. Up in sunny California with the palm trees, me and my G's ride. Candy paint up on the whipping, we be tripping, and you know we high, hitting corners in a benzo, blowing endo out the window. Blow, seen a hater on the corner, run up on ya, he's a goner. Like, nigga, is you okay? Nigga, is you okay? He ain't okay, nigga. Nigga, is you okay? Nigga, is you okay? He ain't okay, nigga. He's been hit by a street general. And you know, that's the hook, you know, so let me see if I can get it out.
That motherfucker was hard right there. Yo, everybody on the live chat, you better leave a motherfucking clap, okay? You better.
Blah, blah.
Look, check it out. Make a clap to this.
Hell yeah.
Y'all better start clapping on the live chat. I ain't fucking around. We're in the show.
Shout it out, man. That's how we get it up in Cali. You know what I'm saying? We up in it. We smashing. We hanging out the window, blowing endo. You know what I'm saying? Even though they tinted, we roll them up.
You got another verse, or was that it?
Rolling up with the strap and leaving the doors wide open. Mr. Boss leaning around. I know I gotta be smoking. I put the foot to the pedal, but I rubber right through the ghetto. Far from a rock star, but playing with heavy metal. Watch a nigga cop cars and play with hella De Niro. Hit corners on cop cars, no pause cause I'm a rebel. Ride my whip, gas brake dip. Hit a few corners of black on black 6. Count my chips, smoking a sticky. My window was tinted so can't nobody else see it. Don't stop, living in a hustler's dream. Caddy Escalade, same color as cream. I got a thing that bang if you want the bling. I peep the haters creeping through my pinky ring. I live my life as a rider, hitting corner right after corner, was hot as a sauna, riding in California with the top down float. See me in a convertible, I roll a whip forward and backward and leaving vertical. Up in sunny California with the palm trees, me and my G's ride. Candy paint up on a whipping, we be tripping, and you know we high, hitting corners in a benzo, blowing endo out the window. Blow, seen a hater on the corner, run up on ya, he's a goner. Like, nigga, is you okay? And see, I got the brim on like Mike too, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, let's leave some clapping hands off. Come on, motherfucker. That motherfucker was hard. I was about to get a kick on my right leg, you know, like Michael and shit.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Kick off my Nike Cortez. I'm like, fuck yeah. Whoever catches it wins. That shit was fucking
Shout
hard.
out to Michael Jackson, man. And Joe Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Whole Jackson family.
Okay, I'm the number one Prince fan, but I have to ask you, if you had to choose Prince, Michael Jackson, who do you choose?
Damn, that's a man. Well, it would probably be Mike, but it's close, dude. It's like, cause Prince, you know what I'm saying? He had that. I knew a girl named Nikki. I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. I met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating with a magazine. How'd you like to waste some time, and I could not resist when Nikki start to grind. Oh shit! Go, Nikki! Nikki! You talk about Nicki Minaj, goddammit.
Yeah. Then you got the Beautiful Ones. Oh yeah. My God. Computer Blue. You got.
Even his movie Under the Cherry Moon and Purple Rain, all of that. I mean, dude, Prince was like.
Yes.
Shout out to Prince, man. The whole.
That's one guy. I wish I would have met.
Yeah, I wanted to meet. What was that song they sang? Sex Shooter. Vanity 6. I wanted to meet them.
Yes. Vanity 6. No. That was Apollonia.
That was Apollonia.
She was after Vanity. As a matter of fact, I think Apollonia's still alive, but Vanity passed away.
Damn.
You know what's crazy? I saw an interview where she said this. She said, Prince gave me two names, and he told me to choose. He's either Vanity or Vagina. That sounds like him, you know.
You know what was funny? The Dave Chappelle story about Prince when he played basketball and shit. He said Prince was dunking on him and shit and everything, just busting threes on him and shit. Like, damn. He's like, "You want to play basketball?" Yeah. We won. Like, we talking shit. Like, damn. Like, he killed it. Like, especially, man, them stories that Dave Chappelle had about Prince. Or like stories like that I have with Bushwick Bill and shit.
Okay, share us, please. Rest in peace, Bushwick Bill, because it's not even close to Halloween.
Yeah.
So can you just please share a story?
Man, it's so many. Bushwick is crazy. He was crazy, man. Just one of the craziest little homies I ever met. Okay. You want to hear a crazy Bushwick story?
Yes.
I was in a club. Me and Bushwick was hanging out. I come outside the club, walk out the door. Bushwick is about to fight Mean Green. Mean Green, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. Mean Green bigger than both of me and you put together.
You're talking about Mean Green, if I'm correct, the boxer?
The radio dude, the rep from Houston. He was a big dude back then, you know.
What the fuck?
He was bigger than me and you. And so I come out the club and I literally have to do this, dude. I got one hand way down here and I got one hand way up here. I'm like, man, why don't y'all chill the fuck out? You know what I'm saying? Chill the fuck. Y'all chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Fuck wrong with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all chill out. You know what I'm saying? Start fighting shit. Bill, you know, he fired up and he like, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? He all up on dude knee and shit, and he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll beat your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? He all on the nigga knee though. He on this nigga knee, like, you know, with his shoulder on his knee, like, yeah, what's up though, nigga? You know what I'm saying? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Bill, you know what I'm saying? You gotta chill the fuck out, man. You know what I'm saying? And then
Chuckwick.
So this Bill takes his eye out.
No.
And throws it, dude.
No.
He said, why you fucking with me, man? He said, I'm 6 foot motherfucking tall, man. I got one motherfucking eye. And he took his eye out and he threw that motherfucking shit. And so, you know, I was looking like, oh shit, this nigga just threw his motherfucking eye.
And it wasn't even close to Halloween.
It wasn't even close to Halloween, dude. And I'm looking at the eye, and someone's like, dude, that's your partner. You gotta pick up the eye. You gotta pick it up.
Yeah, fuck.
You gotta pick up the eye. That's your partner. You gotta pick up the eye. I said, fuck. And so I took a few steps, you know, to the left, to the right. Picked up the homie eye. Gave it to him, told him to put it back in his head and shit. Like, nigga, you tripping. Like, put your motherfucking eye back in your head, man. Put this motherfucker back in there, quit tripping. And so, you know, he take my advice and he talking shit, still talking shit to Mean Green, motherfucker. Fuck you. And he put his eye back in his head. Fuck you. I'll kick your motherfucking ass, motherfucker. He's like, I'll beat your ass. I'm only 4 foot tall, man. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, just get in the car and, you know, get the fuck out of here. You just get in the car. And then I get him to the car and then I'm like, you know, we in a truck, like a little Jeep or something. And so I go in the back of the Jeep and I lay down, like, fuck that, you know, I'm going to sleep, you know. Me and Bill was like that movie Brothers with Joe Pesci and
I know
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, that's me and Bill. Yeah, for real. Like we always together. Everybody know me. That's my homie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, you know, man, I'm fucking going to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep, and I go to sleep in the back of the truck, and I wake up, and this motherfucker is driving in circles.
No,
in the parking lot of the fucking club. And I'm like, how the fuck are you driving first? First, I'm like, how the fuck are you driving? You 3 feet tall, how the fuck is you driving? You sitting on a brick or what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Are you driving standing up? What the fuck are you doing, dude? You know what I'm saying? Let me out of this motherfucker. Stop, push the brake, nigga, let me the fuck out. And so, you know, go, nigga. I'm calling my cousin to come get me. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Crazy, dude. We sitting in his house, and you know, he needed a ride to the airport. He had a show, and
after he threw his eye out.
Yeah, this the next day.
Okay, the next day.
Dude, man, it's crazy. Like, man, that nigga was doing some crazy shit. Just, you know, we got some. First, I'm looking around. Someone said, you know, move that Ghetto Boys plaque to the side.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did it, but I seen it on the wall, and something said, I don't know what told me to move the plaque to the side, dude. I could not tell you. I swear to God, I don't know what told me to move that plaque to the side while I was hanging.
Right.
But I moved it to the side, and there was a big-ass shotgun hole in the wall.
Oh, motherfucker.
And so I'm like, you know, what the fuck, you know? Bill. I'm calling his name and shit, and he's like, yo. I'm like, hey, man, what the fuck is this in the wall? He's like, oh, and he started laughing and shit. You know, it's like, I thought I had a robber and it was my brother. I was shooting with my shotgun. You missed, right? Yeah, there's a fucking hole in the wall, and I thought somebody was robbing my house and it was my brother. What the fuck did you shoot him with, dude? The hole was this big, like you like 3 feet tall. You had to fly back when you shot that shit, dude. You had to. Like, what the fuck? That's my crazy ass homie, though. Love that nigga. You know what I'm saying? We be riding around with the top down on Christmas Eve in Vegas. He was dressed like an elf, and I had a Santa Claus outfit on. We driving around serious, nigga. Hey, we be kicking it, fool. It's a video of us driving. He got the elf suit on, I got the Santa Claus suit on, and it's like 100 degrees, and we in Las Vegas, nigga, with the top down. In the Camaro hitting corners and shit. He don't want to drive with me because I keep burning rubber and shit. He keep on saying, I want to get in a regular car. Like, nigga, you in a car with a bay nigga.
And it wasn't even close to Halloween.
It wasn't even close to Halloween, man. Shit. Shout out to my nigga Bushwick Bill, nigga. Rest in peace. I love you, man. Wish you was still here, dude. He got drunk one time and he was mad because he had turned 50.
No shit.
And I was like, nigga, you look like you 3, nigga. What the fuck is you mad for? I wish. Look at me, nigga. Look at me. Look at you. We walking, and this nigga falls down a whole fucking hill, and he rolling and shit. And then, you know, I was gonna pick him up, but I didn't want to make him mad and shit. That nigga might pull a knife out on me and shit. This motherfucker, like, come on, Chucky, I'm cool. Anybody piss that nigga off, I'm like, dude, y'all, you better watch. Don't open your cabinets at night. That nigga will get you. That nigga will sit in your cabinet with a butcher knife and be like, yeah, I got you, motherfucker, yeah. You know that music that you be stabbing the motherfucker. You jump out the fucking cabinet and stick your ass a few times. That nigga got mad. One time we was asleep. I was half asleep in the hotel room. And, you know, we had just smoked hella weed, and Bill was sitting on the top of
the bunk?
The table, the hotel table.
Okay, the hotel table?
Yeah, you know the little table they give you in the room.
Yeah.
He's sitting on top of it with his legs swinging.
His legs swinging.
You know
oh shit!
And we had smoked hella weed, and I was like passing out, like, you know, here, man, this shit. You know, I passed him the bud and shit, and then I passed out for a second, and somebody knocked on the door. This nigga jumps off the table and ran across the room, dude. I didn't know what the fuck that was. I was like, what the fuck was that? My heart was beating so fucking fast, dude. My heart was like, because I just seen something jump off the table and run across the room. I didn't know what it was. What the fuck is that? What was that? What the fuck was that?
Freaked you the fuck out.
And then this nigga turned around and said, yo, someone's at the door. Motherfucking ass nigga, you's a scary little motherfucker. And so I got up, you know, then it was some badass bitch, you know what I'm saying? And he cussing her out. What are you doing knocking on our fucking door at 3 in the morning? You want us to knock at your fucking door at 3 in the fucking morning? Who the fuck are you? Cussing the bitch out. I'm like, nigga, she might want to give us some money. You might want to give us a pussy, Bushwick. You just cut the bitch out. She's gone now. I might have wanted to hit that. Shout out to Bill, my nigga. That's my guy.
Hey, there was a verse on his album that he said, I ain't getting my legs blown off while Bush old ass on TV playing golf.
Hey, what about when he said, "Why you getting on your knees to fuck? A nigga like me is still standing up."
No.
From the back though, like damn.
No, my favorite song is Another Level. Remember that song? Oh my God, hey, I'm just a typical 100 little devil.
Hell yeah, man. Definitely.
Oh my God.
So I mean, you know, when I met Bushwick, we was doing 187 proof for the show, and I wasn't old enough to buy alcohol. He was like a year older than me and shit.
Wow, this whiskey getting me fucked up.
Yeah, it's the shit. I was like, man, we need a whole basket full of 40 ounces. So the day I met Bushwick, we was pushing a whole cart of 40 ounces full of 40 ounces through the liquor store, through the grocery store, for the show. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Got a whole basket full of 40 ounces.
See?
Bill pushing the basket. And I'm behind him like, I can't buy this shit. He older than me. He got to buy the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Here's what's crazy, bro. This generation doesn't know anything about 40 ounce. Okay? They don't know. Here's the thing. Modelo. Nah, motherfucker. You know, and if you go to Texas, back in the day in the 90s, we had a 64 ounce.
A 64 ounce, yeah.
A 64 ounce.
They had to stop serving those because we started niggas get drunk and it be too hot out here in Cali and motherfuckers start lighting shit up.
Yeah, exactly.
Some drive-bys over that 64 ounce of shit. Like, I'm finna go kill that nigga, cuz. He'll finish that 64 ounce off and be over with. Like, oh, Lord, it's going down. They're like, we gotta take the 64 ounces out of the stores now, especially the St. Ives.
Yeah.
I whooped the nigga ass with some St. Ives. I said it in a song.
St. Ives. That shit was $1.49.
Nigga ran up on me in the store. St. Ives the shit out of this motherfucking ass. Shout out to St. Ives.
Okay. Oh fuck!
That's how you know you an OG when you done whipped a nigga ass with some St. Ives before.
Exactly. Okay. Let me pour me some more white boy whiskey.
Damn it!
From Kentucky.
From Kentucky.
Yes. Buffalo Trace. I'm looking for a sponsor, so if you want a Mexican to sponsor your shit, hit me up.
This should have a nigga outside break dancing and shit.
Exactly. A couple of more shots, you'll be running down the hood butt naked. So, you know what I'm saying? Wearing some Nike Cortez, that's it.
Looking for somebody, bitch.
Nah, I mean.
Y'all gotta excuse us. We get crazy in this motherfucker sometimes. Yeah, they got Spice Wet on the show. Yeah. And I'm gonna say some crazy shit, y'all. My bad.
Yeah. Spice. I want to introduce you to somebody right now real quick, okay? Because Wednesday, July 7th, I'm premiering his video. This is the only artist that ever brought me out of retirement. I haven't produced since, honestly, I want to say maybe 2005. I haven't produced in a while. But when I heard this guy rap, I couldn't help but I felt connected to this guy. When I met him, I told him like this. I shook hands with him and I said, I feel like I know you already. And he said, same here. We've been talking. He's a youngster. He's an old soul. And I want you to meet him live. I know you met him off camera, but I want you to meet him live and I want to call him. Mr. D, come over here, bro. Come over here on this side. This is Mr. D right here. This is my artist.
Okay, all right, what's up? I was just chopping it up with you pimping outside.
Yeah. This guy right here, his video drops July 7th. I produced it, I directed it, and this guy is going to be part, I'm gonna say, of the future of rap. And I'm trying to turn back the hands of time. Fuck all this new shit that's out right now. Everybody's trying to copy each other, sounding like each other. He's different. I'm not saying he's better, but I'm saying he's different. And I'm gonna shoot you his shit, and I want you to check it out. And he's a throwback. And I got nothing but love for this dude, and I think he's gonna make a difference. So
shit, that's what I mean. You know, you got good people speaking good things about you, man. You know, you gotta take that shit and run with it. You know what I'm saying? It's 2021. You know what I'm saying? The world is yours, man. You the youth, and you got a lot of shit out there that you can take advantage of. Shit, just but move at your own pace. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody rush you or slow you down. Just move at your own pace, man, and put your family first. Everything else should fall in line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Other than that, I had Be Real in your same seat. Be Real gave him some good advice. I'm thankful that you gave him some good advice. So,
for sure.
Yeah. With that being said, my bro, July 7th, we're going to hit him with it. And I'm going to shoot you the video, Big Dog.
Yeah, let me see what I post that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
Yeah, we'll do that, man. So,
let's go.
Yeah, let's do that. So, other than that, gracias, Mr. D. And July 7th, we'll see you.
Hell yeah, for sure.
So,
hell yeah, be safe out here.
Hell yeah.
Yada.
So, Spice, what can the fans expect from you 2021 going forward?
Well, man. Well, I think, and I consider myself much more entertaining and talented than I was in the '90s, and you know, if
speak a little bit closer to the mic, my brother.
I feel that I'm more entertaining and you know, and skillful in 2021 than ever than I was in the '90s. So you know, we got videos dropping. The label is cracking. Thug World Music Group. You know, I got my artists, Mr. Black, Q Bossellini, Shark. We got these singles dropping. Is the Black Lambo is out right now. Shout out to Victoria, the girl in the video. Check out the video on all social networks and all musical platforms and video platforms now, called Black Lambo. And we're about to, you know, we got some more songs we're about to release. Night Rider, Traffic, and you know, the song with me and Snoop Dogg. We got Can't Forget. We off the EP Night Rider. So y'all stay tuned and look out for the new videos and stuff we're about to release. Black Lambo is out right now on YouTube and everywhere. So check that out and go to all my social media networks. As far as YouTube and I mean, not YouTube, definitely YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. The Real Spice One, it should be on all of them with the blue check marks. You know, we pushing, man. You know, the skills is definitely there now compared to back then. If you want to hear what I sound like now, definitely go to my page, my IG, and you can get links to everything. My IG is The Real Spice One with the number 1 on Instagram.
Yeah, that's been up. So people, like, every time you spoke, your Instagram came up, so they know.
Cool.
And after the video's posted, in the description, they can click on your page.
Cool. So yeah, and I'll just say that because that's what I'm on most of the time. If you want to even hit me up on for features or shows, that's where I'm at.
Okay, and that was my next question. If somebody wanted to hit you up for a show, do they hit you up directly? Do they hit you up, you know, management or?
Well, if they hit up my Instagram, then my management team would take it from there.
Awesome. And my last question for you is this. Say there's an up-and-coming artist right now. Maybe he's 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. And he's listening to you for the first time. What type of message would you give to him?
stay out the way, man, and just do your music. You know, you're a talented individual, and you need to live long enough for the world to hear what the best that you have. I talked to, you know, different cats, Mike Concepcion, Felix Mitchell, Lil Durrell, different cats that run these streets. Talk to the leaders of the GDs, and they all told me the same thing. Just do your music, man, and stay out the way.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the best thing they could have ever told me, and that's what I can definitely sit there and tell the rest of you youngsters out there, man. Just do your music and put all the bullshit to the side and stay out the way, and you know, see how far you can actually go is being a musician or being, you know, whatever you try to do. Don't fall into the bullshit in these streets. Don't let these streets snatch your soul up, man. You know, this is your world. You know, some real shit.
Yeah. Dope. Thank you. With that being said, just once again, I just want to give you the opportunity in case you want to give any shout outs, any extra shout outs you want to give.
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Black, you know, JU, shout out to Big Six over here, you know what I'm saying? And everybody on my management team and on my Instagram, my Facebook, all of the people that's helping me right now, my lawyers, everybody, you know what I'm saying? We gonna do this. We in full mash mode, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Snoop. Thanks for the feature. And you know, man, it's on.
Blah. Other than that, my brother, I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity, the honor, the pleasure to interview you. You know, it's been nothing but a pleasure. So I hope that in the future you can come back and give our fans another interview.
Hell yeah.
You know.
I appreciate you having me, man, all day.
Thank you, my brother. So with that being said, I want to thank you once again. God bless you, my brother. And
hell yeah.
Black and brown all day.
Blah!
Blah! So with that being said, let me go ahead and give a shout out to my boy, Alex Cervantes Enterprise. If your hoopty is fucked up, contact him. He'll fix it. Seriously, he'll fix it. I'm going to give a shout out to my boy, Anthony, the Hip Hop Jedi. And my son, B. Scallons, for helping me promote this. And I also want to thank me. Okay?
Damn it.
Yeah, I want to thank me. I also want to thank Erica, B&B Entertainment, Bella, the up-and-coming rising Chicano rapper, J-Rocks, MC Magic, Big D, everybody. Magic Girl. I want to give a shout out to everybody. So much love, much respect. Thank everybody that's tuned in, who's a fan of Roadium Radio, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. And I cannot close without saying to Cisco and D. Zamora from Odessa, Texas, thank you. Much love, much respect. Other than that, we'll be back Sunday with a very special guest, and hopefully, and Spice One will be back. So much love, much respect. Thank you for all this fucking Buffalo Trace from Target. Yo, we out of here. Thank you, Target. We're out of here.
You got it.